Flex, the livest one in the section. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walking, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC on this wonderful Thanksgiving morning. November 27th, 2025. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, if you know, you know. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's do this roll call. My brother I-Rock saluting the building. Derek Gaines, the legend. Rod Neal. Mr. Shelton in the building. Kawhi Elliott. Combos with Cam, salute Queen. Skinny Too Litty, what's going on? Stormy, yup. Done. I sent it, Stormy. As soon as I read your text, I sent it immediately. Star City J, Angel Diaz, Sam Mack, Dewey Hines, salute. Jalen Hudson jumped on me. NBA D Nice. D Fresh. Brooklyn Bone, Mr. Cell Block. Come on in, smash the like button. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel or his spoon buddy Jerome on the futon to do anything for us. So let's get to it. Rolly is next. He's next on the target. As BFTB stated, all of that work was being done. What did he say? Monday? Big Joe Townsend, salute. He said Monday? It was already done. I was like, oh. And it makes sense because this kid got a belt, right? What does Devin do? You collect belts while cementing your legacy, right? You collect belts while cementing your legacy. I'm going to say it one more time so it registers. You collect belts because belts is how you cement your legacy. And the money's already there because Turkey already paid for it. All right? Del Rev, salute. Now, I know what people are saying. Oh, my God, it's Rolly. Well, there was some wild maniac that was on Champside's show the other day screaming. Didn't he sound like the Ultimate Warrior? I'm from Beaumont, nigga. Oh, you better ask about me, nigga. Oh, I'm from Beaumont. I'm like, whoa, calm down. And he was N-bombing all over the place. Come to find out he was Mexican or Mexican. And one of the things that I heard him say was, go fight Rolly, nigga. Devin will fight Rolly, nigga. Okay. Now look. You know what's gonna happen? You know what's happening right now as we speak? Right now as we speak, people are like, no, not people, but haters are like, Rolly. Now, Rolly done been stopped before. Rolly been outboxed before. Rolly got beat up by the elder. Who was that kid? Not kid, that grown-ass man. He looked like Golem from Lord of the Rings. But he could pop, though. Rolly almost lost that fight. Rolly fought Eastside Cruz and had a headache for 3 days. Look, Rolly's going to lose this fight. I don't know how, but he's going to get hurt. Sam Max, salute. Yeah, Barrosa, yeah. The elder. But he got cracks, man. Joe in the building, salute. He got cracks, and he almost got Rolly out of there. And by the way, quick question, y'all. Anyone say Rolly Romero ain't got no chin? He's been stopped twice. I haven't heard a thing about his chin. Anybody? I've never seen it in writing. I've never heard it on these panels. Anybody? Has anybody questioned Rolly Romero's chin? knocked out by Tank, got hurt bad by Barbosa, stopped by Isak Cruz. He was supposed to die versus I'm trying to be not respectful for him. Lion Ryan. Nobody ever said he was done. Nobody said he was chinny. I don't hear that conversation. Again, that is reserved for certain people like Devin. OG Mr. Martin, that super chat, much love. The real OG, he says off topic. So the reason Sean Porter didn't like the Haneys is because Dev whipped his ass in sparring 11 years ago. Let it go, Sean. Oh no, Sean Porter, I got him tomorrow. Xenomorph mouth. I got him tomorrow. I didn't want to put him and Coon Bradley in the same sentence. I want to specifically dedicate it to them because it's coming out now. All these guys hate Devin Haney, and it's beyond boxing because those are two Hall of Fame fighters. Bradley's a Hall of Fame fighter, and so is Sean Porter. What do I always say about these clowns not, Eric Myers, salute, these clowns not counting their blessings? You're a Hall of Fame fighter. Records are made to be broken. Inside the square circle, salute. Sports guys, salute. So they stop what they're doing and they're looking at what Devin is accomplishing and they simply don't like it. There is no other reason for them to be talking crazy about Devin Haney other than personal hatred. I've listened to what they had to say after this fight. None of them said, hey, man, I got to tip my hat, man. He showed me something. Because he did, and they refused to admit it. Look, I'm not even asking for these dudes to be like, yo, you know what? I was wrong about that. I don't expect these clowns like that to do. But see, this is what you're dealing with here. This is what you're dealing with. So don't worry. And if y'all missed BFTB's video, go watch it. He had me screaming. But where's the lie? So Sean Porter, you're on the chopping block tomorrow. And, you know, most of the times, I'm a real good judge of character. And when he hung his gloves up, Felix, salute. When he hung his gloves up, he started to say a lot of things that were real apish. I didn't say anything right away. I just let him hang himself. And he's done so. So, Philip D, salute. So we're going to pay him special attention tomorrow. And then maybe Monday we'll pay some special attention to Max Kellerman in that Ring magazine show. Because I watched a clip from it, and I'm like, you know what? These guys, look. Salute the champ side. Sure will, salute. Salute the champ side in his Black Murderers Row documentary. Let me add to that by saying we've been talking about the Black Murderers Row on YouTube since over a decade. Champ side put it into a perspective where it can catch the eye of the newer fans that actually want to learn about the sport. So that was real dope. My point of bringing up the Black Murderers Row is you can't look at what those black men went through inside and out. You can't look at that and say, man, that's messed up how they treated brothers. And then you look at what's being done to Deontay Wilder. You look at how they tried to do Devin Haney. You look at how they apply that term Tom and Jerry and cat and mouse to us. And ignore it. Can't do that. Can't do that. And I don't care how much money these brothers make. It's just as insignificant as saying there ain't no more racism in this world, especially in America. Y'all had a black president. Really? That's what we doing? Okay. How many black people got shot by police officers under Obama? Okay. Only thing that's changed is technology. Mindset is everything. So as long as evil doesn't take a day off, why should I? Shout out to Bob Marley. That's something he said. So as long as you out here trying to smear Devin and Bill, I'm gonna be right here defending them, and justifiably so. And I do that for any fighter, because right is right and wrong is wrong. In no universe should Ryan Garcia feel comfortable even leaving his house. He just lost and he's getting a title shot. And I know what they're trying to do, get him a belt. So when he finally meets Devin, it'll mean something. But if it wasn't proof that he was juiced up when he fought Devin, the Ryan that fought Devin, it's not the Ryan that fought Rolly Romero. That was two different people. He got dumped on his head in the second round, and he never recovered after that. And he cried in the car. He cried in the car. And then he still could have had the rematch, but he said, no, my hand broke. No one said Ryan's chinny. He's been dropped in how many fights now? No one said he's chinny. They forgive him off the racist stuff, right? No one says that. But everything I hear about Devin is negative, unless it's coming from us. And shout out to Aki. So when I asked that British fool on here, I said, do you think that this is a smear campaign against black fighters in general? Dude said yes. Okay, we'll stop right there. So if it's yes, why are you arguing with me? What is your point? Then he starts talking about phone calls. Yeah, surprise. The phone call that you're talking about, something that Brian Norman Sr. was I don't know, maybe he was on Mill City talking about a phone call. Yeah, dummy, I was on that phone call. So stop right there. I don't want to hear anything you have to say. You ever heard someone say something and the person standing next to you interprets it completely opposite, to the point where you're looking at him and you're like, man, are you crazy? That's what you heard? Devin's career up until to date, where are you getting that he's chinny? Where are you getting that? He hasn't been stopped. And now you find out that Ryan was overweight and juiced to the gills. And I still scored the fight a draw. And I was impressed in the press row. Like 9 people up there scored it a draw. I was like, what you got? Draw. We was like, draw. But we all knew Ryan won the drama of the fight, so they're going to give it to him. We knew that. So how's he chinny? And why are people still bringing up that fight? It's a no contest. And the kid, when he was lying all over the place. He blamed 3 different companies for why he popped dirty. You knuckle draggers running around on YouTube talking about the need for us, meaning the LDBC, because everybody who's a black content creator has to be LDBC. Let's not forget that. That's wild. Literally saw these knuckle draggers talking about there's a need for Ryan to be guilty. When I got the phone call, I'm like, I hope VADA and the New York State Athletic Commission is wrong. I hope that they're wrong, because I don't want to deal with this. I hope it's a mistake. But it wasn't. And then he's been lying and lying and lying. And then he's an expert on black issues. And then the George Floyd thing. He did all of this. When did that become a part of boxing? And all we did was point it out, like, yo, this kid's crashing out. And I still got knuckle draggers right now to the date that keeps bringing up that fight. Hey, Tim Bradley, if you found out right now, today, hey, man, you know Ruzin Provodnikov was on Osterine your whole fight, what would you say? That man had you talking slurred speech for a year. That's what you said. How would you feel? What are you going to say? Oh, well, Osterine don't do it. Man, he was on it. Sidebar. I'm not sure if they're going to cancel that fight with Subriel Matias, but they should. They said it was below some levels. He was on that shit. Now, I don't know if his opponent needs the bread or not, but pull out that fight, man. And sue him. Sue him. Pull out that fight and sue him. Devin's a clean fighter. Had the Normans told my old man that was Photoshop. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Pillow fist knocked Norman down in the second round. I just saw Akeem's video last night. Y'all heard Brian Sears say, hey, we were lied to about his power. That's how it was. That was pretty much what he was saying. They lied to us about his power. He pretty much said after the knockdown, Junior got gun shy. He said that. Does Brian Norman Jr. have no chin now? He got knocked down by a pillow fist chinny runner. The Haneys are mentally built for this. Like Floyd Mayweather Jr. was mentally built for this. He just toyed with these clowns and he kept doing his thing. Belts don't matter. He's a living contradiction. Because one of the major marketing things that he throws in everyone's face is, I beat more world champions than any fighter. Yeah, you did. So when I say Devin Haney's going after Rolly Romero got something around his waist. That's why he's getting it. So how you go from fighting Rolly Romero or fight this guy, fight that guy, now Devin's fighting this guy because it means something now. And when Devin mops up 147 and becomes undisputed, maybe by the end of 2026, you know what y'all gonna say, right? Well, 147 was really, there was no one really there. And he's too big. He need to go to 54 anyway. He's ducking boots. I got smoke for that too. I'm reserving that. Boots, you need to be real loud about it, man. Don't put Devin on me. I just got the 54 myself. I couldn't make the weight. I said I fight him at 52. He just got the 47. I left it alone. Now y'all got Boots in the middle of this. It was an option. Boots said no. Devin said, I just got here. Why would I come up extra pounds and fight you? I'm not doing the weight thing no more. I'm not doing shit to put myself at a disadvantage just to please y'all. Because y'all never be pleased whether I win or y'all be pleased if I lose. Because that's what all this, Devin should do this, Devin should do that. That's what this is. What y'all really want him to do is lose. You know, like how y'all say we want Canelo to lose? Clenbuterol, Canelo? Ducking Benavidez, Canelo, that guy? When we just say, hey, man, fight Benavidez. You just want to see him lose. No, I want to see him fight his major contemporary at 68. Devin too big. Okay, he went to 75. He's cleaning people up at 75. Now, he's talking about I'm going to cruiserweight. Forget Canelo. I'm creating my own path. Now what? These fighters got some weird-ass fans, man. Everything that they accuse us of doing, they do. So now, Rolly is a Floyd fighter. All through 2025, I want to remind y'all something. God ain't played with y'all not one time. Wait till I do my year in review. Because I swear to God, every last one of you ate your words in all directions. You Canelo fans, ate your words. You Haney haters, you ate your words. All of you ate your words. And there's more. And all we're saying is stand on it. Stand on it. Whether you're a coon or a cracker, stand on it. Pound on your chest. Be proud about it. Because I'm going to remind you. Wait till I do the year in review. Yes. All of you are eating those words. Happy Thanksgiving. You tank fanatics. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Y'all are down bad. But I know y'all waiting for that documentary tomorrow, right? I'm waiting for it. I want to see what this idiot got to say. Will he be doing the interview in or out of handcuffs? Well, you know, I told her not to cheat on me, and then she didn't return my text fast enough. So I said I'd slap her if she cheated on me. Then I went down there to the club. She was being disrespectful. The music was loud. So I pulled her into the stairwell, and then I tried to explain to her, and then she started fighting on me, and I had to push her down the stairs. Baltimore. Yo, woman beater. Dante Russell in that super chat. Salute. He says, happy Thanksgiving, my brother LDBC for life, man. Salute to you, good brother. Much love and appreciation. Thank you. My brother, Freedom's March in the building. He says, yo, happy Thanksgiving. Salute, brother. Cheryl, what up, Cheryl? What up, brother? I miss y'all in the chat. Know that I love y'all. Salute, man. Prince Savage in that super chat. Salute. He says, there's an infamous picture I have with Sean Porter moments before we took it. Jose Benavidez Jr. checked him in the arena. Really? Sean was talking ish about him, David and Jose Sr., just like he does Dev. Really? I mean, yo, look, Sean. All right, Sean got a barracuda mouth. All right. I mean, he's a disgrace. And it sucks because I really, really liked him as a boxer. I did. And I felt the same way about Tim Bradley. So to see these guys that I supported behave like this when you see Devin doing things, this is jealousy at its finest, man. Have you ever heard Michael Jordan say anything negative about Kobe Bryant? Or Grant Hill? Or I remember when Glenn Big Dog Robinson came out the draft, got drafted by the Bucks. You ever heard him say anything crazy about these young guns coming up? Never. You know what I did hear him say? Whenever anybody went to him and said, hey, Mike, this guy's about to break a record. I heard Mike on several occasions, he says, man, records are made to be broken, man. This is good. On several occasions, I heard him say that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, same thing. When LeBron James is running around breaking records, I don't want to get into the NBA thing. I'm just making a point. They go straight to the person he's about to break the record. Hey, he's about to do this. What do you think? Hey, man, this is great, man. Records are made to be broken, man. He's doing his thing. I never heard Mike hate on these guys. Now, whether he did behind closed doors, that's between him and the flies on the wall. Hell, he been at some of the games. Matter of fact, I think when didn't LeBron break a record and they had Kareem come out and shake his hand? He wasn't in there hating. So what are these dudes doing? Thank you, Shemaine. I work hard, brother. So now, the next person that's going to eat their words is Floyd Shmoney Mayweather. Now, Devin is doing it right. He took short money, went to Australia 2 times, went undisputed and to defend it. Right? The money came later. reports that I saw the paydays for everybody on their card. This is what I saw. If you saw something different, let me know. Y'all know I'm not a money guy. But everyone clowning, talk about, oh, Devin Haney's not even the main event. He's a co-main. Highest paid on the card again. That's not the first time he's been the co-main. It was the highest paid on the card. So y'all read that. Y'all can screenshot it. Second time he's the highest paid fighter on the boxing card. Still undefeated. 3-division champion. Right? And y'all crying for what? Sam Noakes, $400K. Dula Mason, $500K. Pedro Martinez, $300K. Bam Rodriguez, $1.2 million. Brian Norman Jr., $3 million. Good job, young man. Devin the Dream Haney, $12 million. 12. Anthony Yard, $2.5 million. Good job by you, brother. You did the best you could. All right. David Benavidez, $6. That's half of what Devin made. Now, I don't know anything about no back-end money. Maybe I'll talk to BF about that. But where the haters at talking about, oh, he's a co-main? I don't care if he was an opening bout. So when you can't talk about his pockets and you can't talk about his resume, because you can't, because all I'm going to say is your favorite fighter better than Devin Haney? And I want you to break it down. Talk about money. Go ahead. Let's do it. Because I'm looking at the numbers. Unless y'all see something different, let me know. And watch how fast they rear off of money, and they're not educated enough to discuss resume. And it's going to be a bunch of this guy beat Devin, that guy beat Devin, this guy beat Devin. Look, I knew it was a smear campaign. By the way, happy Thanksgiving. I knew it was a smear campaign when A Hardy, salute Queen. When y'all remember, like last year, I read this article out of Boxing News 24, and some guy wrote down, in order for Devin to reach the upper echelon of boxing, he needs to fight these guys. And he was still at 135 at that time. And they had Shakur on there, and they had Tank on there, and they had Teofimo on there. And I'm like, all right, so Devin got to fight Teofimo to become a rock star, but Teofimo don't have to fight him to become a rock star because he's been ducking him, right? You see how that works? They're talking as if T.O.'s already a rock star. All right. But then, y'all remember who was on that list? One of the people on the list was David Benavidez. And I said, who the fuck is writing this stuff? And I swear to God, that was the last time I went to Box News 24 to read anything. I was like, oh, there you go. I'm done. Somebody paid somebody to write that shit. David Benavidez was on that list. I haven't been back to that site since that day. Prince Savage, salute. He says, but once Jose Jr. did that, Sean Porter never spoke about him again. Wow. When Devin see him in person, Sean will be just as silent. I know he will, man. I mean, look, these guys is clowns. Don't worry. I got Sean tomorrow. These guys is clowns. Bozos, big red noses, curly hair on the side. These guys is clowns. Clowns. Because what do I always tell y'all? All I see is the work. You can say whatever you want to say about Devin. Hell, you can even bring up the Ryan Garcia. Y'all bringing up the Ryan Garcia thing like it was an L. What did these clowns say? Oh, I can't unsee the left hook. I can, because it was tainted. If you're driving home and you ill out and crash up your car, bust your car up, police show up, and they're like, oh, what's that smell? It's alcohol. and you blow way over the limit, what are you gonna do? Tell the cops, yo, come on, man, my house is literally right there. Hey, bro, you crashed. Hey, bro, do you know you hit somebody? They up under the car and they're unrecognizable. Do you know that? Does it matter? I don't care if you was almost home. It's over with. It doesn't matter. You were driving drunk. It doesn't matter. You were almost home, but I can't unsee this accident. Yeah, all you had to do was drive another 20 feet and turn into your driveway. You could have crashed into your own house and not called anybody because it's your house, it's your property. But right before your house, your neighbor so happened to be getting into her car and you ran her over. And she's dead now. Yeah, missed it by that much. Get smart looking ass. Yeah, I'm that old, y'all. Missed it by that much. Yeah, you messed up. It don't matter. You can't unsee a left hook from an overweight, drugged up Ryan Garcia. You can't unsee it. I can't unsee him failing the drug test. Funny, I can't unsee him saying that thing about George Floyd. I can't unsee him violating black women. I can't unsee him terrorizing his baby mama. So of course him and Tank are friends. Notice all these dysfunctional motherfuckers hang together and nobody says anything? You notice that? I can't unsee Teofimo Lopez ducking 11 million. You know, Devin made 12 over the weekend. You know, Turkey Al-Sheikh was giving him 11 million to fight him. You know, Turkey Al-Sheikh was giving them $50 million, Tank and Devin, to split to fight in Saudi. And Tank said no. Tank said no. If Devin said no, that'd be front page news. Tim Bradley, Sean Porter, Sean Zytel, Max Kellerman. But Devin got to fight Teofimo to make that upper echelon of superstardom. Man, Devin will never be able to do any right. So that he understands that. So he's just working. And all I see is the work. All I see is the work. While y'all talking, all I see is the work. Now, Devin's chinny. How many times Rolly Merrill been hurt and dropped and stopped? Now the 86 in that super chat salute. He said, salute Drew, salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to you, good brother. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Brent Fox in the building. Salute. MJ, what up? I seen him get knocked out. Seen him get stopped by a barrage of punches. I've seen him hurt several times. And now that he's next on the target, all of a sudden, I already see people saying he's a cherry pick. Yo, listen, on Instagram, Bill posted something, and I like to go into the chat and I toy with the haters. Do you know some fool was in there saying that Devin cherry picked Brian Norman? You see? I told you. I told you. I told you they were going to say that. I told you. I told you. So now Brian Norman's a cherry pick. Listen, if you go up in weight and you fight a champion, that person has a belt for a reason, right? If Inouye goes up to 35 and challenges Tank for that WBA strap, is that a cherry pick? Is it? Think about what I'm asking. No, they're going to call Inouye a warrior. And I'm going to say, well, okay, well, who Tank beat at 35? Oh, well, he's a champion. All right, let's go with that. How'd he get that belt? Don't play this game with me. The last person to hold that WBA strap was Devin Haney at 35. How did Tank get it? Because they damn sure ain't fight for it. What's going on here? My bad, y'all. Yeah. And this is what people don't understand. They don't, you know what, because they're uneducated. You ask them, how did Tank Davis get the WBA strap at 135?
I got mail. 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 Yay!
You got mail. You got.
John Vaughn, my brother, salute to you in that super chat. Much love. He says, on the road listening to this cook. Salute, Drew. I'm glad I can get you through that. All of y'all that are on the road traveling, connect with your families, man. Salute to y'all, man. I ain't busting no moves to this afternoon. Should be cool. Yes, sir. Yep. Got through the mail. That's what y'all got to say. Everything that y'all said about Devin, y'all ate this year in 2025. Everything. Well, I'm going to address it. When I do that year in review, I'm going to address it. That's why the haters are silent. You got knuckle draggers. The only thing niggas can walk away from this, and someone sent me something because I don't watch this nigga, is what? That Bill spelt Debo wrong on the shirt? I mean, that's it? That's it. What? That's all you got? That's it? Nobody want to talk about his performance? He didn't run, right? He was there to get hit. How come Brian couldn't hit him? Go on, stand in the pocket with me. He did that. Didn't Devin say, remember those words? Remember that? Who got dropped in the second round? And I ain't firing shots at the Normans. I'm just saying what happened. Right? WBC want to open up cases on Deontay Wilder when he said he wanted a body in the ring. Brian Norman said he wanted to kill Devin, didn't he? Did he say that? I ain't paying no mind. That's not news to me. I just watch to see who's going to say what and who's going to do what. No, he's talking about Devin. So everything is A-OK, right? Right. I see what y'all doing. And all of it is backfiring on y'all. I literally heard the ultimate Mexican screaming at Champside the other day. It was the funniest goddamn segment I've ever heard. I was like listening to it like, yo, is this guy for real? He was dead serious. And he said, Rolly, interesting. Well, now Rolly is next. He got a belt. He has something to offer. And now I'm already seeing people saying, oh, he's cherry picking again. Again? Y'all didn't say Rolly was chinny. Y'all didn't say he was washed up. He's been beaten up around that ring several times. Y'all didn't say that. Like I said, this washed up and chinny is reserved for certain people. Email champion. That was created to degrade Devin. But the whole time I'm watching this thing like, yo, who the fuck sent him the email? Loma did. Max Kellerman. On his show, he acknowledges everything that Devin does, but in a roundabout way, he was saying, why is he unlikable? You tell me. You tell me. You ever ask these knuckleheads, well, why don't you like Devin? And Max should know better. Oh, I left a nice comment on that. I hope he reads it. Because Monday, you up. Let me give you a little history of Max Kellerman. From rapper to ESPN to HBO getting compromised to unemployed when HBO went under. and popping back up on Ring Magazine and back to square one because now you're on there talking shit, showing your colors. Ain't no reason for these cats to be hating Devin. There's no reason for it. I don't get it. Everything that they put on this young man, look at his contemporaries. You could put it right there on them. How many times Shakur Stevenson broke his rings broke his hands in the ring? How many times he broke his hands? When's the last time he knocked somebody out? I didn't hear anybody talk about him having pillow fists. You see what I mean? They do call him boring, though. And I'm on here telling them not to call him that. How dare you? My brother Trill Will, in that super chat, much love. He says, I'm frying chicken and listening to this good old cook. Happy Thanksgiving, bro, to you and my LDBC fam. Salute to you and yours, brother. Much love. Yep. You see what I mean? Jay from Round the Way. Read this. Says I was at the barbershop last night, and not one dude could give a real reason as to why they don't like Bill and Devin. You know why? And here's a problem with knuckle draggers. Because I know you was in the barbershop with a bunch of knuckle draggers. If I'm going to make a guess, I could be wrong. You correct me. You was in there with a bunch of knuckle draggers that are not real fans of the sport. But they have a lot to say when they look at someone and they don't like them. To be educated about the sport, they go to the big channels if they're on YouTube, or they listen to what's said on ESPN, or you know. But what do we know about big media? They don't know what we know. So when you ask them, yo, what is your problem with Bill and Dev? You're gonna hear that Bill talk too much. You're gonna hear that Devin need to get away from his dad. Meanwhile, his dad is the reason why he got this far. Then they're going to try and bring up the Ryan Garcia fight. I told you, the dude I was going back and forth with, he was one of those, I can't unsee the left hook dudes. And I said, well, he was compromised with drugs. Then he was one of those, it was only a billionth of a gram. I said, well, how do you inject a billionth of a gram into your system? Everything he said that compromised his system, he blamed 3 different companies. And all of their products was clean, so he lied. That's news in itself, but y'all just let that roll off your back. And of course, when I saw talking about the race thing, he looks at me and says, he said that? I'm like, oh my God, how are you arguing with me? And you don't know that. That's a major thing. You don't know that? And I said, go to YouTube on your phone. And I bookmarked all of this shit. I said, look at this. Listen to it. And this is why I went from just not picking the kid to like literally hating him. I said, what the fuck was this? I said, you know what this, you know what spawned this? Him getting caught. How did George Floyd get into this? How did black women get into this? Then he's tearing up motel rooms. Then he's terrorizing his baby mama. This is a bad kid here. So then I asked him, and I forgot to tell y'all this. This was the funniest part. I said, could you put a billionth of a gram of gasoline into your truck over there? And he looked at me like I was crazy. I said, you can't do it. He said, well, how would we measure that? I said, exactly. How would you measure that? But if you run out of gas, you know there was gas in there at one point. You know, you drove your truck up to 80 miles an hour on the highway, right? You know that, right? So at one point there was gasoline in there, right? Right. He got caught. There was more in there. They found a billionth of a gram. Just like they found something in Super Del Matias. Another guy that Devin was chasing. I remember when Bill pulled up on me, said, yo, we tried to get Ed Super Matias. That fiasco. And niggas couldn't wait to tell me, oh, Bill lied again. I'm like, what are you talking about? Some know-it-alls on YouTube DMing me, yo, Bill lied again. What are you talking about? Peter Kahn doesn't work with Super Matias. I said, okay. I said, well, look, let me get some more information. Then I found out that this motherfucker Peter Kahn reached out to Bill, and Bill entertained the conversation. Come to find out, Peter Kahn doesn't work with Super Matias. And the team got mad at Peter Kahn. Y'all remember that? Exactly, Angel. Yes, sir. Y'all remember I did the whole show? I pulled up Peter Kahn's box rec. I didn't say dox him. I said this is his email, his business email. This is his place of business, the phone, the fax. It's all on his box rec. And I said, if y'all care, just call him and ask, what was that about? If y'all want clarity, but no, y'all are content just saying he's a liar. Acondo, my brother, salute. Just saying he's a liar. Y'all content with that? Or do you want your questions answered? Which one is it? Because we found out that Bill didn't lie. Peter Kahn lied. But what happened was, Superdale's team was on the Boxing Voice, I think that Monday or Tuesday, and Bill pulled up on him. He says, well, I was talking to the wrong person now because the wrong person tried to connect with me. Well, I got the right people now. What's up? And what did they tell Bill? Superdale's hands is broke, or his hand was broke, and we'll get back to you in 2 weeks. We'll follow you out to Arizona, whatever they said. And the countdown was on. And I said, this is the longest 2 weeks in the history of man, because months went by. Months. Debo Dev. This is why we call him Debo. That list, Brian Norman was what, 4 or 5 on the list? Everybody said no. Never forget, Teofimo was offered $11 million to fight Devin. He said no. Why is that not big news? This is why we call him Debo. Stop, man. Shakur, you could have fought Devin at 135, drained, like you said. You could have fought him, right? At 35, you could have fought him. Your biggest payday, a shot at 4 belts in 1 fight, on pay-per-view, and you said, no, I know my worth. That's what you said. So Devin left. He left what? The second week, the second or third week? No, the first or second week in December, leads the division, goes up to 40 to challenge Regis Prograis immediately, and that's not good enough. Because you still had knuckle draggers running around here on social media talking about he lied. He said he was holding the belts until the end of the year. I said, well, it's fucking December. What are you supposed to do? Wait till New Year's Eve to drop the belts? What are you talking about? You see, these are the things that we are dealing with it. Like, what are you talking about? He dropped them in like mid-December. What, a contract was going to come through the fax machine? Y'all remember when Teofimo was on his live stream lying? We was all on Trail Boxing Talk. And somebody came in the chat and said, yo, Teofimo's live right now. Jumping rope on his Instagram, talking about whoever sends me, whoever responds to my challenge, he sent out a contract to Bill. He sent out a contract to somebody else. Whoever gets back to me is getting the fight next. And it so happened that Bill was on Trail Boxing Talk. So in real time, Trail said, what? He said, I'm at my fax machine right now. I don't see nothing. Ain't nobody send me anything. He started making calls. That dude lied. He lied. Exactly, sports guy. Devin got to wait till the ball drop. All these guys are liars. All of them are liars. Super L, that was the longest 2 weeks in ever. That was in 2024. And now you popping dirty with Osterine? Hey, bro, I'm done, man. Thank you for slapping Teofimo Lopez, but at least Teofimo Lopez is a clean fighter. Teofimo Lopez was on record saying he would make it harder for Devin Haney to become undisputed. That failed. One thing's for sure, nobody made him fight him. You had in the last fiasco with him was you had $11 million on the table to fight Devin and you didn't do it. If this was the other way around, they'd be dragging Devin. But don't worry, I'm right here. I'm letting y'all know. He ducked $11 million and didn't fight Devin because of what? Because of the Ramirez fight? Man, fuck the Ramirez fight. You better than Ramirez, right? Get your $11 million. Tio can't stand to be outclassed by a black American fighter. But a Spaniard, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Spaniard named Sandor Martin, that's good enough. Man, that boy beat you so bad, you was questioning if you still had it or not. Right? Spineless jellyfish, racist. You got money now, get your teeth fixed, man. With your Rocky Marciano nose. Shark mouth. Shut up. Bum-ass brownie. So Rolly's next up. Rolly's next up. Yeah, I think Jermaine Ortiz beat him too. Rolly's next up. Now, I went from Floyd Mayweather trying to make the Rolly fight. That was business. He threw the gold chain on Ryan Garcia. Remember he had Ryan Garcia saying, man, nah, ain't no money in fighting Devin Haney. And he was rocking the Floyd Mayweather gold chain. He told Ryan Garcia, man, step out the way, let Rolly fight Devin. He don't think that Rolly could beat Devin. Floyd was just intervening. He was trying to get money off of Ryan Garcia and put him on a hostro. That ain't work out. Floyd Mayweather is also the person that told Ryan to come in overweight. I hope y'all understand that. Do you know why? You know why he did that? Because he's a fucking demon. And when he pulled up on Bill, remember that? He pulled up on him to taunt him. Because, Floyd, you know why? Devin's better than you. Devin is next level better than you. He's Pretty Boy Floyd in the Money May era. You know how they always said, man, I like Floyd better when he used to try and kill you. I said, somebody got to put him in the bind where he got to fight like that. Right now, there's nobody around him that can make him smash the gas. I think Marcus Maidana was the last person to make him like dig deep. Then he gave you Conor McGregor and got the fuck out of Dodge. Devin ain't on that. And I'm going to tell you something else. I don't care how many world champions that Floyd Mayweather beat. Right now, resume, Devin's better than you, Floyd. And you can't stand it. Check the resume. Was Floyd Mayweather ever undisputed? I'll wait. He was never undisputed. When he became the A side, everything was his choice. He did some great things. There were things that I wanted to see him do. But it didn't affect him going into the Hall of Fame. So he got away with it. But I would like to have seen him just stop what he was doing for a second and say, you know what? Let me get that Paul Williams smoke. Because he could have fought Paul Williams before Paul Williams fought Sergio Martinez. And let me be clear, they didn't duck each other. But they were in two different spaces financially. But that comes with me wanting to see Floyd give another brother an opportunity. Something he never did. I'd rather have seen Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight Keith Thurman at fight number 50 than Conor fucking McGregor. But that Keith Thurman with the long cornrows, he'd have showed up to fight. It would have been a different fight. You see, that Conor McGregor fight was easy. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care what people were thinking, how they sold it. There was no way in this universe that Conor McGregor was going to beat Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match. And I say the same thing. If Floyd Mayweather got into an MMA cage, Conor McGregor would have killed him. Leg kicks, shin kicks, threw him on the ground, choked him. Floyd would have been lost. Ain't no way. He sold it to y'all. And the public bought it. You see, you put Devin in that position, I think he fights Paul Williams. You put Devin in that position, I think he fights Keith Thurman. And motherfuckers like Floyd Mayweather be on the outside saying, yo, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. You know, like how Evander Holyfield was wondering, he's like, why is he fighting King Kong Ortiz? He got away with one, and he won it convincingly. I don't care what they say, he won that. Why you got to do that again? Because Deontay's like that. And it had nothing to do with the fans. Deontay, personally, I feel, because I never spoke to him about this, but I feel what they were saying about, you know, the New York rules saving him versus Ortiz, Paulie Malignaggi saying that shit, that's why he won. I think as a man, he felt some kind of way. So when the opportunity came up to rematch him, he did it. And he didn't have to, but he did it. And there's no controversy there. It was a one shot, one hitter quitter. Because Deontay's like that. And where I can say, well, I do say, most of us say, Deontay got all the heart in the world. You got blood clots like Stephen A. Snitch talking about he's stupid for fighting Zhilei Zhang. Zhilei Zhang outweighed him by like, what, 50 pounds? But Deontay's like that. So you're going to call him stupid. But cheating ass Fury getting up off the floor in a coke bin state. You say he has heart. Devin Haney getting up off the floor with a drug-induced fist by an overweight Ryan Garcia. You don't say he has heart. You say you can't see the left hook. How dare you? And then you find out this kid cheated. Then the racist meltdowns and this whole Ryan need help, Ryan need help. No, he needs his ass kicked. Shout out to Caleb Plant, because he pressed him. Said some shit about his black wife. And when he saw him, he ran up on him and security had to intervene. Y'all remember that? Caleb Plant is the realest nigga that I know when it comes to that. All the other clowns are just suckers. Rematch. All Devin said was, run it. Ain't that right, Tim? Right? You hear a lot of dumb shit. Get it back in blood. He tried. Ryan said no. Why is he suing him? Then ask him what the lawsuit was about. You don't sue for losing. No, you don't. So what do you think the lawsuit was about? Lawsuit was for breach of contract. They agreed to have a fair fight. He cheated. That was business. You can't sue anybody for kicking your ass in the ring. But if you find out that their equipment was tainted, or they have a narcotic in their system, and trust me, they could have stuck to the lawsuit and won. Trust me. Turkey stepped in and said, yo, I will pay you what you suing for. Drop the lawsuit, right? If I got this wrong, let me know. Drop the lawsuit, y'all get it back in the ring. They said, cool. So they got the money they were shooting for. Now they're trying to make the fight. Devin won. Ryan lost to Rolly. They said, yo, we can still run it. Ryan said no. Now Devin is fighting the guy that beat Ryan. And he still wants Ryan. Ryan's going to come back. He's getting a title shot. Now, I thought about this for a minute. I'm like, you know what? Damn, Turkey, why are you giving this kid an opportunity? And I thought about it. I really thought about it. I said, you know, is he just absent to what's going on? Turkey's not absent. Let me tell you what this is. I need you to pay attention. He's putting Devin Haney in a position to right a wrong. Devin was the victim in this. Never forget that. And what Turkey's doing is making Ryan feel very comfortable. You know, like how Tank Davis didn't feel comfortable. He's making Ryan feel very comfortable. He gave him a couple of M's, and he didn't produce. He said, no problem, no problem. Come on back. Now you're going to get a title shot. You're going to get a title shot now. He sweetened the pot for him. So now he's coming back with to make some money and potentially win a belt. Devin's going to beat Rolly fairly easy. He's going to beat Rolly. And when that's over, he's going to be unified. All Ryan has to do is beat Barrios. And I'm not sure he does that. But in the event that he does, now it's worth something. Either Ryan's going to become unified with 3 belts, 1 fight away from undisputed, or Devin will be. Now, do not be surprised. I need y'all to listen to me. If Ryan pulls the same thing that Tank pulled, Drew, what are you talking about? If Ryan beats Barrios, look for him, because the Devin fight's going to be there. Look for him to pop dirty again or do something to get out of that fight. Because at this current point, he can't fathom losing to Devin right now. That'll hurt his ego. These dudes, Devin is out here hurting these cats' egos. And the ego is crazy right now. Now, I mentioned Tank Davis. Do you remember when I said, hey, man, once Tio lost to Kambosos, Devin was the remaining champion. Tank was already a rock star. Why didn't Tank intervene in that and say, hold on, George. If you fight me here, it's worth more money to you. Forget about fighting at home. I ain't got no belts, but I'm a rock star. Put those belts on the line for me. Remember when I asked you, man, why didn't Tank intervene? Coach, at the building, salute. Why didn't he intervene and try and take those belts? I think he may have beaten George Kambosos. Wouldn't have been easy. I think he may have beaten him. Can you imagine if Tank intervened and threw his name in the pot? George was chasing money at that point. He already got a bit of legacy. Now watch this. George was in 135, and he could say he was a unified champion, where Tank was not. Do y'all understand that? You understand when I say a lot of these guys at 135 got a better resume than Tank? You see what I mean? Why y'all talking about, oh, one of Tank's biggest wins was Ryan Garcia. I said, well, who the fuck is Ryan Garcia? Check the resume. He's never a champion. That's why I said there's a lot of guys at 135 that got better resumes than Tank. George will always be able to say, I beat Teofimo Lopez and I was a unified champion. I had 3 belts on Tank Davis' watch. I did this live already. The reason why I believe that Tank Davis didn't intervene in that, not that he couldn't, but if he had beat George Kambosos, then Devin Haney would have been his responsibility because there's one belt left. You see how that works? So he left that whole shit alone because everybody would have said, hey, man, yo, there's one belt left. You got to fight Devin. And he would have never did it. You know how I know he would never have did it? Because there was no belts on the line, and Turkey said, I got 50 mil for y'all. Come to Saudi, let's fight. And this nigga asked for 2 Ferraris. I said, this boy don't want to fight, man. Stop me when I'm lying. That's how it happened. And one thing I'll give Rolly is that Rolly will fight. He might not look the greatest at it, but he'll fight. And I'm telling you right now, when this is signed, Rolly's coming off that belt. Rolly's about to get his ass kicked. So get ready for them to cut down Rolly. Well, Rolly was washed. He been knocked out twice. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. I'm cool. I already know what to... Look, I know what comes with this. I know what's going to happen. Yeah, he said, Turkey said, I got a pair of gloves. Beats says, if this fight's in Vegas, Rolly beats Devin. I don't think so. It's not going to matter. Devin might fuck around and knock Rolly out. Because Rolly ain't got no chin. Uh-oh. Rolly ain't got no chin. So Ryan, he's going to get that Barrios fight. And I think that Turkey's putting Ryan in a position. Yeah, I am, Steve L. Turkey's putting Ryan in a position where it's sink or swim. Now, if he beats Mario Barrios, Devin fight is next. He's going to try and find a way out that fight. He's going to try and find a way out that goddamn fight because Ryan's a coward. He's a racist. He's a woman beater. All that shit. So Rolly's up next. Well, I'm dropping a link. Beats Skull. You come up here and speak your piece. Tell me how you're talking tactics now. Okay, we can do that. He says Rolly keeps his earmuffs up, Devin doesn't. Here we go. We got another person talking about what Devin doesn't do. Meanwhile, the man's undefeated. Steve L, salute.
What's going on, Drew?
Chilling, God. What you got, man? Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you know I'm black, man. I don't care about that shit, but yeah, happy holidays. Now, yeah, man, I gotta speak up for Rolly just a little bit because with Rolly, like, I know he'll lose and stuff like that, but you know, I ain't trying to discredit, you know what I'm saying, Devin's work, you know what I'm saying? If you look at the fight before Ryan Garcia, bro, the fight before Ryan Garcia and the Ryan Garcia fight, you'll see the change in Rolly's style. And to me, Rolly's style is like, he a patient dude, you know what I'm saying? I say he ain't the best technical person, but his last 2 fights, he's been showing that he got a little bit better because the gym he had, bro. He had the solid gym. And I just see he improved more than a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's all better for the loss. So I said, Devin could be smoking, but he got a little technique going on.
Rolly about to get fucked up.
That's convincing.
Rolly about to get fucked up. I'm not candy coating this. I'm happy.
Like I said, I can't shit on Devin's work, you know what I'm saying? I gotta, because they already trying to downgrade him, like you just said. I really got no chance. He got beat up by old dude.
I mean, you know, I need Beats to come up here and have a conversation.
No, Beats ain't gonna do too much of nothing.
No, he's not. He said Rolly is more athletic than Brian Norman Jr. Listen, everybody talked about Brian Norman. That shit over now. It wasn't even close.
Life. Shout out to Brian.
Look, man. Devin was supposed to die last Saturday. That shit over. I told y'all. How's he supposed to die? But every time I turned around, Devin's too big. Devin got to move up. Mag 7 said that Tank is the smallest person in the world, fighting all these big dudes. Remember, Devin too big, too big, too big, too big. I stood right next to Rolly. That nigga head small.
Yep.
That nigga head mad small. Rolly about to get his ass kicked, bro.
Yeah, bro, and like I agree with BF when he's like, yo, if he chooses to fight Manny Pacquiao, it is what it is. But I ain't gonna have Manny Pacquiao winning that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I like Rolly, really my dude. I see the growth of him outside the ring. That's why I'm talking like this.
Let me tell you something. He fights Manny, and Manny somehow wins, and Manny ends up in the ring with Devin Haney.
It's good for his legacy.
That'll be the illest mercy killing.
Yeah.
Manny will get his ass kicked. It'll be so bad, and that'll be a shot at Floyd Mayweather, because Devin Haney will do to Manny Pacquiao what Floyd could not do. And I don't want to hear shit about Manny being 104 years old.
I don't care about none of that. His professional fighter still active, and like I said, he'll get to do what Terrence Crawford was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You know,
nobody beating Devin at 47.
Nope.
I'm standing on that.
Me too.
I'm standing on that. That's all. I'm standing on that. Beats, click the link. Let's have a conversation, bro. Ain't no beef. Just click the link.
Yeah, I'm talking like grown man up here, bro. Get your black ass up here.
Let's talk, bro. Let's talk. I don't care about. Guess what? Brian Norman Jr. knocks out Rolly Romero. You know how? Well, I'm sorry. Just ask a Pitbull Cruz. Uh-oh.
What the fuck? 2 or 3 of them things.
He ain't play with him. Pitbull Cruz was throwing those, and Pitbull Cruz is a one-trick pony. There's nothing else to his game.
I agree. That's why Lamar's gonna beat him. December 6th.
Lamar's gonna outbox that dude, keep him off balance. He's gonna be swinging. He's gonna be trying to take Lamar's head off in the first 3 or 4 rounds. And when that don't work, what's gonna happen?
See what Rayo did.
One-trick pony.
See what Rayo did.
Yeah, El Rayo, man, he boxes face in, man. You know, but and salute to Pitbull Cruz. I love his story.
Yeah.
Tank Davis pretty much saved his life. He was eating ramen noodles. Now the boy's eating steak. I hope he's managing his money. I hope he has a great team around him. I love the fact that he was able to feed his family. I love the story of Pitbull Cruz. I fucks with that.
And you see how we can give people credit that's not black? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I love Andy Ruiz's story. I just want him to stay more active and manage his weight. That's all. I like Andy Ruiz.
Especially since he didn't get popped out that Reynoso gym. For real.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't even discussed the Reynoso gym because that's disgusting. But everybody wants to be critique Devin's tactics, and all this dude does is win. All he does is win.
Yep. They talk about his fighting style. They talk about his punching power.
Talking about how Dev don't keep his mitts up. Then how the hell did Brian Norman didn't land anything?
And then
Brian Norman Jr. probably is the hardest puncher at 47. Probably.
Yeah, don't knock nobody out. Bully don't knock nobody out at that weight class or whatever. He have nothing else on the win. Nobody, nah.
Rolly punch hard.
Huh?
Rolly punch hard, but he's tactically flawed. You want to talk about Rolly's flaws? Beats, come up here, brother. You talking about you want to talk tactics? We can do that.
Yeah, bro. Like nobody
touches
with nothing, you know. We ain't on my big brother channel. We ain't in the graveyard. Come up here, bro. You good, bro? Now, one more thing I want to ask. When was the rules in boxing talking about you can't clinch? Ain't that part of like boxing IQ?
Dude, that they teach that in the gym. When you hurt, you clinch. You can clinch strategically. This thing you can do in the clinch. By the way, a majority of those clinches in that fight were initiated by Brian Norman.
And who fought out of them?
Devin was in there working in the clinch, body shots, hooks over the top, not behind the head, hooks over the top.
And Drew,
he was muscling him in the clinch. He was muscling.
That's what I was telling you, because it was a spark, bro. It was a training camp, bro, and he was throwing them combinations. The same combinations he's throwing at Brian when he's in that clinch on the ropes, those exact same ones, bro. The body, then he went up top, boom, boom. Yeah, bro. Like, man. Yeah, man.
Devin is.
Bro,
he's a complete package,
all-around fighter, bro. He's an all-around dude, like a. That's how I looked at Kevin Durant a long time. He's an all-around basketball player, bro. Like, he can shoot from anywhere, make it. He can dominate the paint. He can do whatever, bro. Like, Devin is an all-around, bro. It don't matter what style you come in with. My thing is, you got to adjust the Devin style. Because definitely switching styles up throughout the fight, bro. He really let this dude too much of the same thing.
Man, Rolly about to get smoked, bro. Rolly about to get smoked. I don't hear anybody talking about no flaws. I don't hear anybody talking about no flaws in reference to whoever Devin beat. They always want to talk about whoever Devin shines a light on next. They're talking about what Devin does wrong.
And my thing is, Dev been dropped. Rolly been dropped twice and haven't got back up 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all better look out. Like I said, I got Devin knocking him out, bro. I really do.
Oh man, this shit ain't going past 6.
Knocking him out, bro. Like, highlight real knockout, bro. Like, when he want knockout of the year, that's what I'm looking at, bro. Because
you see that, Jay? You see that? Charles Conwell and Troy Isley, and from what I heard, he was muscling those dudes. Yep. Those are middleweights, y'all.
And those
are middleweights.
Yeah.
I say they're too big, right? Okay. And because now he looks so convincing at 47. Now niggas is talking about he need to go to 54. It's never gonna end. Devin could do no right. But Rolly's on the chopping block, man. Trill Will in the building. Salute, bro.
Hey, salute, Drew. What's up with it, man? What's up, Stephen L? What's good, my brother?
Good morning.
Happy Turkey Day to y'all. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Yeah, I agree with Stephen L. He ain't gonna make it past 6. Hey, y'all, I want y'all to remember something. They didn't think of Bud Crawford as a monster until he got to 47. I want y'all to remember that.
Hey,
remember that.
You know we remember. We was there something at the beginning, baby. You already know.
Yeah, they didn't think of Bud Crawford as being a headhunter or a killer until he got to 47. When he got to his fill out weight to where he can stretch, he can do his thing, he can use his power to the best of his ability, and that's the reason why I say Devin's gonna start taking heads off at 47.
Yep. And don't be surprised if he dropped everybody he fight, bro. Don't be surprised, bro. Like, bro, like I say, I ain't no gym rat, ain't none of that, but I know a good athlete when I see it. I mean, not good, a great athlete when I see one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he never boxes like at the same time, bro. Like, come on, man. Like I say, bro. And they're picking up to his power, his you know what I'm saying, his grown man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, age group, bro. Like, come on, man.
Oh,
just wait. Just wait. These people they gonna see, bro. They gonna see. They gonna see. I remember when Trill Bill was talking about it's the Haney era. Y'all finna to see this in real time. Haney finna go in. Devin's finna go in here and take heads, take names, and he ain't gonna look back. And I hope he stay on the same energy that he was on, not listening to none of these fair weather fanboys out here lying to themselves, making up narratives about him. Because it seems like one thing that stuck out the most about this fight with Brian Norman was the commentary. The commentary, on one hand, when Abdullah Mason came out, they were talking about his perseverance, his grit, his will to fight. He got knocked down in that fight against Vasquez, and they were talking about how he was able to overcome the odds and do this. But when Devin came in, all of the Latin snake was talking about was Devin is chinny, and he's this, and he's that, and he's the and we don't know if he's the same since he fought Ryan Garcia. But what people keep taking out of the context and taking out of the whole conversation is the fact that Ryan was on pads, number one. He was overweight, number two, and then he got in there with Rolly Romero of all people, who got utterly destroyed by the ancient elder, and they gifted him that fight. Like, he comes in there and looks like doo-doo against him. And yet there's nobody talking about the after what happened. All this, they always try to have something negative to say about Devin. Yep. It's crazy.
And so what I was gonna say is he got the names already. You know what I'm saying? Rolly number 8 on the list. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
he on there. So all that cherry picking mess, get up out of here with that bull crap. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts.
Yeah, I got me using 80 words. I said bull crap.
Let me ask y'all a question. Out of all the active fighters today, can you name the fighters that have a better resume than Debo Dev?
Yeah, he took Lomachenko's, he took Sean Porter's, he took who else he takes? Yeah, those, because them two had the best resumes before Dev, you know what I'm saying, started doing the stuff with him. Dev took both of them.
Hey Drew, did you say they was gonna try to make Brian Norman sound like he was a scrub and he was a bum after Devin win? Didn't we all say that?
But that's they do that to every Devin opponent. It's like the Mexicans. My mama, they do, bro. Like
Facts.
they do that to all his opponents, but they gonna keep doing it. They ain't got no choice. You know what I'm talking about? They gotta keep the hate
Right.
moving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Village brother, salute, good brother.
Salute. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you all are safe with your families. I'm at work right now, but somebody got to do it. You know what I mean?
Time and a half, baby. That time and a half.
That's right.
And I started to work today. I started to.
So I wanted to point out something real quick. I don't know if y'all I've been watching everybody's stream about how Devin, put on a clinic, and it's something kind of funny that I remember watching Devin, and then it reminded me of an incident that happened with Bud Canelo when he was fighting Canelo. There was a little, I forget which round. I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was in the later rounds. Bud was so effective in disrupting Canelo's game plan that Canelo literally walked off for like between exchanges.
Yep.
And it was I've never seen him that frustrated ever.
Ever.
And
Hey,
then,
he thought the bell rung. You're like, you know what, bro? I ain't gonna do this no more.
yeah. And then Devin, it was something very similar. I think it was the ninth round. Was it the ninth round? I think it was the ninth round. It was like latter rounds as well. And Norman came up with like a hook, but it was far. It was he saw it a mile away. He literally walked off. You remember that?
Yeah, I do. He was done, man. He wanted to go home. He already got his money. He wanted to go home.
Like looked at him and just walked off. I'm like, damn. He was so cold. And I say all this to say that greatness, I think everybody can see greatness. And I think, especially with how Dev won against Norman, I know there was a lot of bullshit that came alongside during the movie, before the match had happened. But man, like it was an amazing fight. He's gonna kill Roly. Yeah, he's gonna kill Roly. And I don't know. They only like. What are your thoughts on what could Roly do?
Roly can't listen. Uphill battle, but he ain't even making it uphill, man. This is gonna end bad for Roly. This is gonna be a stoppage, bro. This is gonna be a stoppage. He might get hurt bad. He might get wobbled. The ref is stepping in and be like, whoa, nope, you can't go.
And I got another thing for this Roly versus Devin. If somebody, because they talking about in February, they want to be there. They want to be on the same card. If people talking about, oh, that's too early, bro, my man's Devin is taking no punishment. And like we say, he's an old school fighter, bro. They fought more than 3 times a year, bro. Like, ain't nothing wrong with him doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? If you fight in February, that's enough time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah. The only thing is I hope, and I'm sure Devin's a professional. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh,
Never
you hope what?
Never mind.
So I say he went to his life, bro. He's like out of mind, out of sight, bro. You don't see the man out. You don't see him do nothing, bro. Like every time.
Facts.
Healing his body up, stuff like that. He's prepping for the next thing, bro. That's why I say in February, that's good enough for me too. If he say he good, I'm good too. Sure. He let the box life, bro.
Facts.
Main biker in that super chat, he says, Cocinero, Feliz Thanksgiving, Buenas noches.
What is my brother?
What is this?
Yeah. My man, I'm saying he's totally bilingual. He's talking about, you know what I'm saying? I can help you a little bit.
And remember, Drink Modelo, my
peace
friends.
out. Y'all have a good one.
Hey,
All right,
salute to you, village brother.
get that money, bro.
Now I wanted the young man, I think it was a young man that was in the chat, talking about what Devin does wrong. Oh, wait, hold on. Scrapbook Boxing in the building. Salute. He says, peace to my brother Drew Titan and all family members. Happy belated born day. Thank you, brother. Eat correct this afternoon, family. Peace to all black fists that punt work from 1700 to present.
Yep.
Peace. Y'all go. Listen. This is one of our historians
Right.
on the sport of boxing. If you want to know what, y'all just think we be up here screaming racism and everything else. You want to know the history of the sport, you go subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing and get that education.
Yep.
Okay? He can tell you everything you need to know about the Black Murderers Row, even people that proceed the Black Murderers Row.
One of the original three wise men.
You
Yes,
understand?
sir.
Y'all
One
don't know
of the
about
original.
how they used to, when black fighters used to go into different towns to fight, they used to lynch people from trees, black people from trees, to scare them. If you win, Negro, this is going to be you. Y'all have no idea the history behind this thing. So when they say, oh, this is a gentleman's sport, get out of here.
Right.
It was never a gentleman's sport. And this was always about race. If somebody was fighting and they were from your town, they're fighting with their town on their back, country on their back. So I support guys like Devin Haney. I
Yep.
support guys like Deontay Wilder.
And people don't even know, Drew. Deontay was just in Chicago a few weeks ago, giving away stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Being a community man. You know what I'm talking about? But that's things they don't know, but I know. You know what I'm talking about? Just saying, bro. Real people's champs. And
Nobody
I put that
cares.
as because Devin the same way,
Mm-hmm.
Clarissa the same way, Deontay, all them dudes, all the ones they hate, bro. All of them.
It's all right. We got all the real love right here for them.
You already know.
Real love.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Scrapbook, man. I've learned so much about boxing from Scrapbook, and rest in peace to Kurt Sugar, and Stormy B, man, the three wise men. I learned so much about boxing, and I'll never forget the show I did about Black Murderers Row with Kurt Sugar. And I remember getting tutelage from Scrapbook Boxing, and shout out to you, Scrapbook. I like to give you your flowers where you can smell them. Shout out to you for all your hard work, man. I appreciate you. You really inspired me to go and, do more research, learn more about Black history when it comes to the sport of boxing. Being that I box amateur, you know what I'm saying? It really, really put a whole stamp on everything that Black fighters do in this ring. Shout out to Scrapbook, man. Y'all gotta pay homage to that man. That man has done some work. You hear me?
Always.
Absolutely.
Sure y'all's getting emotional and stuff, man. Dang, man, I'm trying to hold it in. Now I love that in my life, for real.
No,
Prez,
I gotta pay homage where homage is due, bro.
You already
For
know.
real.
Prez has joined the panel, and our brother Mr. Ishmael,
Yep.
he joined the panel. I'm gonna go in order. Prez, good morning, young man. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, good morning, everyone, and good morning to the room. Happy Thanksgiving. I wanted to talk about a couple of things, but not for too long. So I want to give props to Devin Haney for his win against Brian Omer Jr. That was good. You proved to be a true champion. You are a true challenger, and you won the belt. Congratulations to you. The fight now he wants to get with Rolly Romero. I feel this isn't the right move. Now I understand he wants to collect the belts, but there's a guy in the IBF division. Why not go take that belt from what's his name, Lewis Crocker?
Yeah, but Prez, you gotta remember, Eddie Hearn go stop that. Eddie Hearn go prevent it, bro. That's the only thing I can think of, bro.
And you don't think what's his name? I don't know who Rolly's with the PBC, right?
Yeah, but that's PBC/Turkey, man.
So they're together now.
You get something like that, shoot.
Okay, I don't know, but Rolly is in the move. I think what needs to happen with Devin, he needs to get that IBF belt from Crocker. Then he fights Conor Ben, beats the piss out of him because that's a real good fight to make.
It is,
I
but
think because Rolly is chasing Pacquiao, and Pacquiao still wants to fight for a belt.
Well,
So
let
it's
me say this: if he pursues Pacquiao, I get it.
Yep.
And then because right now Devin is just belt collecting at this point, so I get what you're saying. If that doesn't happen, if he pursues Pacquiao, that's fine. Then he'll make the lateral move in that direction. The problem is Eddie Hearn trying to insert Conor Ben into this situation. I don't give a fuck about no Conor Ben at this current point. He hasn't done anything. He doesn't deserve anything. All he has is his dad's name, and he needs to sit down and wait his turn and do something to make us turn our heads. Go get a belt. Work up those rankings. I'm not with these guys getting these opportunities off of name value. That shit is over. Let Ryan Garcia be the absolute last person to get a big payday because people find him sexually attractive. That shit's over. Those days should be gone. And that's why I appreciate Turkey, because he's making these people pull up their bootstraps. Award the people that are putting in the work. That's what I'm saying. He's setting Ryan up, and Ryan don't even know it. He's saying, oh man, they don't care what I say about black people. They don't care about what I did to the girls. They don't care about none of that. They you know, okay, so I'm gonna get this payday. I'm gonna get a goddamn title shot now. Yeah, they actually low-key want you to win, not because they hate Barrios, but they want you. That Turkey wants his Muslim brother in the ring with that dude. He wants his brother in the ring with that dude for Devin to get his get back. That's all he wants. He's putting him in a position to do it. So far, Devin, this is the second time now. He's done what he had to do. He's done what he had to do to get this work. He's done what he had to do. It's up to Ryan. You understand? And once he's done, Devin loses to Ryan, it's over. Nobody's going to want to see him again other than pervert old men. That's it. Let's award the people doing the work. Now, Conor Ben, he'll sell over there. Look, man, Derek Chisova sells out Wembley. That guy's been knocked out of like 1,000 times already. The UK fans are different. Over here, we got to start awarding the work. Devin's doing the work. He's doing the work. Let's get the work. Let's award the people doing the work. You understand? This dude Ryan ain't got nothing coming. He's on the chopping block. Trust me when I tell you. And Rolly Romero, he can do what he wants to do right now. If he's going to Pacquiao out, that's fine. This other guy, Crocker, IBF, the only people that can get away with that is Eddie Hearn. But I'm not hearing this Conor Ben shit at all. I'm not hearing none of that. He need to go do something. Work his way up in the ranks. Do something. Get a belt. Because what has he done to deserve a Devin Haney fight? The answer is nothing. He hasn't done anything.
I'm just talking logistics here. I'm talking about what I've seen in the boxing scene, the boxing world, and what fights make sense for these guys who have these rivalries, I'll say. Also, I believe since Devin Haney has a list, you know, I'm like, okay, I know Rolly's on the list, but he's like 8th on the list. I know a guy's name that's a little higher on the list. Why isn't Devin Haney pursuing Jerron Boots Ennis?
He did already, brother.
Well, he did, but that's when he was 147. Boots said he wanted to fight him at 152 at a catch weight.
All right, well, he just got to 47. How's that fair?
Oh, it's not. I mean, it's not okay, but they're still going to fight though. It's not like.
Let me ask you a question before you go any further. Let me ask you a question. Did Jerron not say he wanted to become undisputed at 47?
Yeah, he did. Okay,
so what are we talking about 52 for?
Well, because the weight was hard to make anymore. He had to cut. Where he's seen.
Okay, but that means Boots is not a man of his word now. We got to be consistent. And I like Boots, but he said I want to be undisputed at 47. As soon as Devin got there, now he's talking this 52 stuff. It's like, wait, what are you doing, young man? You know what I mean? That's what Boots said. I'm only going for what Boots said. That's what he said. So Devin said, I'm not going to wait on that. He's not going to budge on that. I already been robbed in this ring. They tried to kill me in this ring. I'm going to do it how I want to do it. You understand? So now we got two things looking at Boots now. He's over there with Eddie Hearn, which I feel he's getting lined up for Conor Ben over there. He pretty much played himself with this 147 thing. If you don't just decide one day that you're not going to make the weight. That's something you know for months, maybe years. If you knew you're not going to make 147 comfortably, then why are you talking about fighting Devin at 52 when you said that you want to clean out 47 to become undisputed? He said that. He was just screaming and crying about not being able to get into to the ring with Bud and Errol and stuff, and he didn't close the deal. They're gone now. He was supposed to clean up 47 because by now, if he kept his word, he'd have been at least 2 to 3 belts up, and Devin just got there, and we'd have been looking at that. But he didn't want to stick around. He felt he was dehydrated, couldn't make the weight or whatever. Fine, so you moved up, but he was on a list. But if Devin is just getting to 47. Don't catch weight the young man and say, I'll fight you at 52. Don't do that, because Boots is not keeping his word. Devin already paid the price with this Ryan Garcia nonsense and try the assault on his life, the attempt on his life by a cheater. So Devin don't have to budge on anything. You understand? So this fell on Boots. And everybody on that list, Devin acted. Everyone on that list said no except Brian Norman Jr. So you go ahead and respond, and I'm gonna give it to Mr. Ishmael.
I got you, but Devin Haney fought what's his last fight before Brian Norman Jr. Jose Ramirez had a catch weight of like 143. So I mean, I understand if that guy was on your list, Jerron Boots Ennis, and congratulations for being Brian Norman Jr., his arch rival. Go fight that guy next. Prove that you're the man, that no one can ever beat you, and I think you'll be the best fighter in boxing. No one can ever deny that. You'll be number one pound for pound.
We can't deny it now, and I'm gonna tell you why. You know why? I'm gonna hit you with the same thing that Tank fans hit me with. Why is it that Devin got to run around and do everything? Why? Devin put out a list, and everybody on that list was valid. And all I asked Tank Davis to do was a portion of what Devin is doing now. And I was told, why does Tank have to fight everybody? Why aren't these guys fighting each other? So I'm asking you the same thing, Press. Why aren't these guys fighting each other?
I'm not sure why everyone's not fighting each other, but I just know that Devin Haney has a list that his father and him have presented to the world of boxing. So I'm like, okay.
None of these people on the list. The reason why we got to Brian Norman was because no one answered the call on the list. Let me read this super chat, and I'm gonna go to the good brother, Mr. Ishmael. Renzo Peterson in that super chat, much love. He says, Drew Titan, you already know they set the bar high as the sky for black fighters. Meanwhile, the bar is lower than Satan's basement for non-black American fighters specifically. Exactly. And that's why I recommend everybody to go subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing and get educated on what we've been dealing with since the 1700s, man. Salute to you, Renzo. I'm dead serious on that. Mr. Ishmael, my brother, salute to you, man. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays. Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear, good brother.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to everyone.
Yes, sir.
I want to, before I go into my piece I had set up in the back of my mind, I want to respond to the good brother that was speaking earlier. You can't make nobody fight you. When there have been legitimate offers laid out on the table and them brothers make excuses, and I got nothing but love and respect for Jerron Ennis.
Right.
That was an excuse, brother. That was an excuse, okay? People can say what they want about Brian Norman Jr. He stepped up and tried to fight Boots. Yeah, they did 300,000 or whatever. They didn't make the fight. Dev stepped up and said, all right, you next, I want you. Dev was the contender, y'all. Okay, and Norman was like, bring it on. Much respect to Norman for doing that. Okay, out of everybody else on that list, nobody else stepped to the plate. All right, mad respect to the Normans. But the other thing I want everybody to kind of pay attention to a little bit is don't let Eddie Hearn and don't let some of the UK folks, no disrespect to the good ones, and Ben and his people trick you into believing that that's a fight that should be made. He ain't did jack diddly, but eat some eggs and get and weight drain Eubank, okay? He's done nothing. He don't deserve it. Everybody's talking about there's no rivalry there. Okay, the brother has done nothing. He's a blown up 147 dude, and when he come over here, he barely won that fight down in Florida. Okay, let's go back and think about some of the sacrificial lambs out there that showed us about the cheaters in the sport. Who am I talking about specifically? Our good brother Deontay Wilder. We all know that he was cheated in every fight with Tyson Fury, and it damaged his career. We know that. He tried to kill that man. So I wish, I don't know Dev or Bill at all, okay? Not even remotely close to him, but I wish they would never give Ryan Garcia another chance. I wish they would never give a certified cheater another chance, or a chance in Ben. They don't deserve it. Your level's above them, not only in the ring, but with your integrity, okay? They don't deserve it, y'all. Keep pushing, just like he stopped talking about Tank. He moved on. Now look at what happened to Gervonta Davis. Leonard was the one that told us Tank don't owe that to nobody, okay? He was the one that said that. And Dad went the opposite way. Him and Bill went the opposite way. They said, okay, no, we're gonna open up the door for everybody. All y'all can get it. We gotta pay respect and homage, because that's not common today. You know, people are maneuvering themselves and trying to think they're gonna do what Floyd Mayweather Jr. did and stuff like that. People can say what they want about Floyd. I don't remember him turning down too much smoke, okay? They can say what they want. You see what I'm saying? They can say, oh, he messed it up because of his undefeated record. No, that's because of his mastery of the sport, his mastery in the ring. Outside the ring, something else. That's a different conversation, you know what I'm saying? And Dev and Bill is showing how they are excellent at both, being great in the ring, great businessmen, and honorable men. That burns people, fam.
Yeah.
It burns them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go on too much of a tirade, but I talk to people about this all the time. I don't like Dev. I hate Dev. And I'm like, well, what for? And they can never really say it. Then I say, it's Bill, ain't it? No, it ain't Bill. Next thing you know, they come out, yeah, it's Bill. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? He talking like he gonna be fighting. I'm like, he runs a promotional company, fam. Come on, y'all.
That's right. Come on now.
He's the head trainer. Let's keep it real, y'all. People gonna give Dev his flowers while he here. We ain't gonna wait till he finished with the sport or something else. You know what I'm saying? Just like we did with our brother Deontay Wilder. Just like we did with Errol, we're doing with Bud. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show them brothers we love and respect them, even if we went against them. That's where the change is happening here. Speaking truth to power, brother. I appreciate the time, Drew. While I'm out here on this morning, y'all enjoy yourself. I'm gonna step to the background unless somebody else want to come up and we want to chop it
man,
up.
Salute you, man. Much love, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
shout
you
out,
for your
man.
service. Yes, sir. Hen Dog in the building, man. Salute to you, good brother.
Man, what's the deal?
Yeah,
I want to
man.
give Devin his credit for his performance though. But Brian Norman, he could have won that fight if it wasn't for his father being so arrogant, being so cocky, and his hatred for the Haneys compromised his son losing that fight. You know, if you wouldn't have said after round one, this is after this round one, talking about he don't have no power. You know, power, it just don't just happen in this round one. It just happened overnight. It happened over years though. You know, so he came from the Mayweather gym though. So for you to say he don't have no power, it's like, come on, man. Then you send your son out to go get him after this round two. After he got caught, yeah, he was hesitant. But you didn't give him the instructions after he got hurt, though. You know, to calm him down. You know, to tell him to coast it, to tell him to use lateral movement, to tell him to keep his head off the line. Make sure you tie him up. If you can't tie him up, push him off you. You know, spin him when he's on the ropes. You know, lock his head. You know, little stuff like that could have won him the fight though. But his arrogance, his cockiness, you know. But man, I ain't gonna lie.
Now listen, man. Now listen. I know you picked Norman. And
Yeah,
I
I
understand.
study him, man. I'm like, you could have told him like, remember that fight when you broke the guy's guard? Do that though to Devin Haney, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
It's just
But
like
what
I've
he
seen
was
this brother
saying,
do this though.
I thought Brian could have
I
won
don't
too.
have hatred for Haney because I'm not fighting the I'm not fighting the guy. I'm not fighting Team Dave. I'm not
all I ever
fighting
said
Shakur.
was,
You know.
all I ever said was the body of work didn't match. And unfortunately, and I'm not, I'm not talking bad about any of you guys, but it's real easy to get caught up in the hype of what the media is saying and what these other channels are saying.
Oh no! I wasn't focused on that. I was looking at his fights. I was looking at his skills. But even senior, he
everything that
went.
Brian Norman did, to other opponents, simply put, those opponents weren't Devin. He was outmatched, man. He was not ready. He's a strong kid. He's a powerful puncher. But I told everyone, all he has is a puncher's chance in reference to Devin. And whatever skill set he had as far as foot placement and punch placement, all that other shit, it's not on Devin's level. And that's why I said the fight would be won. I also said that Devin, y'all can't tell us that Devin's too big, and then he goes up to a weight, and now he's going to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And I said Devin's going to hurt. I said Devin's going to hurt him. I said don't be surprised if Devin hurts him. And look what happened in round 2.
The fight was already won because of their mindset. Haney treated him like he was Boots. He was treating him like he was Bud. He treated him like he was Tank. You know what I mean? He went out there and trained his ass off for that fight. He treated him like he was a champion, like how he's supposed to do. That's he brought out Mickey Bay. He brought out other people. He said there hurting his sparring partners. Come on, bro. Stuff like that. I'm like, you don't have no discipline. As a fighter.
And the problem was that Brian Norman Jr. didn't have any head movement in the fight. His head was in the center line the whole time. If he had moved his head side to side, up and down, and got under Devin Haney.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And jab.
That's what I was saying though.
He
Like
could have caught
he
him.
didn't give him no instructions. He didn't call him down. He didn't tell him to
get him in his guard. Didn't do any of that.
But see, this is what y'all missing, fellas. This what y'all missing right here. Though, check it out. Y'all can say anything, like any fighter that's ever lost a decision in the history of the sport. You could say their opponent could have, like, oh man, if they would have done this like that, that would have been that could be said about virtually every Floyd opponent that he beat by decision. The thing is, like Drew said, Devin was a different specimen. He has more levels than Norman. Like I think we all can agree. Norman was in the fight from 1 to 12. The thing is, like, he wasn't able. Y'all want him to do stuff that doesn't come natural to him. That's the difference. That's why Devin won, because he has that different gear. He has like Brian has about 2 gears. Devin has about 3 to 4 gears. It's like a bike. It's like a mountain bike or something like that. You can't do what a beach cruiser can't do what a mountain bike can do.
Well, during the mid rounds, Brian Norman Jr. actually adjusted.
He did.
Devin was doing.
He did, but guess what? Devin adjusted to the adjustments.
His mindset.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm still saying that he adjusted to what Devin Haney was doing.
He did. I'm in 1,000%
like 9 and 10.
He took away some of Devin's effectiveness. But he didn't take it away completely, because Devin still landed that jab at will.
I know, but
even as a counter
where what he was doing was going with the straight right hand and using that to be the lead, because the jab was killing Brian Norman. He couldn't see how the jab was
blinded him damn near.
Blinded, like you can see his eye.
Yeah. So, I mean, by the time Brian was able to make the adjustment, it was too late, kind of, And then we can look at round 12, man. I just feel like, and I told my boys in my own boxing group, because man, like, y'all be surprised at how many black boxing groups they got out here. But anyway, yeah, bro, I said, man, don't let Devin start developing a body tap, because Devin used to have somebody in his corner that a lot of cats didn't even realize was in the corner, Mike McCallum. And I see Devin has he doesn't fight like Mike used to fight, but he has some of the same weapons and tools and body frame that Mike McCallum had. If Devin develops a body attack a la the original body snatcher, it's over for everybody, bro. Everybody
do.
from 154 and down, it's over for them.
He do because he broke Loma ribs. He dropped Regis Prograis. He put what's his name? Jose Ramirez in the hospital. It was because of broken ribs. So I already know he had power though. You know.
All
These
facts.
other cats talk about something. Oh, he don't got no power, and that's what the kept on falling into. Kept on saying he ain't got no power. Like, come on now. Even me, I knew he had power. Now if you study him, he had power. Even watch when he fought JoJo Diaz when he was doing those combinations. You know.
And
Very, very high talented boxer. I would say.
All facts.
Very gifted, very great.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this, and I'm gonna let y'all have it because I'm enjoying listening, man. I'm gonna say this, bro. I feel like when they bring up Bill as an excuse to hate Devin, bro, I think what we got with the Haneys is the perfect storm of hatred. Because Bill is just an excuse, fam.
That's right.
I think truly they was really bothered by Dev even before Bill even opened his mouth, really, fam.
Thank you.
Y'all remember what Dev said back in 2017? Maybe it was 17, 18. He said, I would never lose to a white boy. That's where it started. That before Bill even fucking was introduced to a microphone, Dev said that.
Yep.
Way before Loma. So I think that started then, bro.
But they hated before that though. They said,
let me say this.
He fight like Mayweather. This is boring.
I gotta clear the way. I gotta clear the way. Let me say this. Somebody got to drop off because I think Stormy's trying to get in. But
I'll drop off.
I could drop off.
Let me remind y'all. Devin said, "I never let a white boy beat me." Right?
Mm-hmm.
What's worse, what Devin said or what Ryan Garcia actually did?
Oh man, you already know the answer to that.
Well, he did.
Well, and then when I talk about racism in boxing, people look at me like I'm crazy.
Bro, that Ryan Garcia stuff was the most disgusting, off code. Oh my god, bro! It was like a movie.
Saying that blacks should die.
It was a movie, bro.
Yeah, I remember all that.
When I see black people even talking about that fight, I look at them like they're strange. Like, what is wrong with y'all? You feel me? Renzo, thank you for stopping by real quick.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
No problem, brother. Max 7 just pulled up. What you got, brother? Happy holiday.
Nah, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but yeah.
Terrific.
What's up? But yeah, man. Like Devin, yo, that's a grade A dub right there, dog. Grade A dub. But my thing is, why is people talking about Tank though? Devin just got his biggest win, and people talking about Tank still.
Oh God.
Why are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Why are you talking about that?
What the hell?
But why are you talking about that?
Still talking about Devin.
I was making an example.
I'm just asking a question here. That's all I'm doing.
Why are you talking about that?
Hey, Matt, do you really think? Hold
on, y'all. Mac, did you hear what I said? Okay, did you hear what I said?
Can you repeat it?
Okay, I said when I was talking to the young brother Press, I said I'm going to use the same verbiage that everyone uses with me in reference to that young man.
Okay.
Why does Devin have to do everything? Because everyone says Tank can't fight everybody. So let's go with that. Why does Devin has a list. Devin has a list, and several people got no. That's how we got to Brian Norman. So I said, well, I'm going to run that same thing. It's in reference to what Devin does at 47. He's belt collecting. He's trying to become undisputed. So all I said was, I'm going to use that same analogy. Why does Devin have to go all around the world, 52, 54, 60, Benavidez, and all this other crazy stuff? Why does Devin have to fight everybody?
Well,
he has a goal. He has a list. Several people said no. That's how we got to Brian Norman. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So that's why I made the Tank analogy. That's what that was. So ain't nobody brought up Tank. I don't need to drag Tank. You could watch my video last night. Happy
I know, I seen it.
By the way, I'm looking forward to that documentary to find out what happened at that club. I hope he
Oh
turns.
yeah, that we are.
Yeah, because I'm sure that bitch deserved it, right?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. Come on, man. Well,
I'm asking you.
But see, right? This is my thing, right? How we all like as boxing fans, right? How can we drag a personal life though? I'm not talking about
You
changing
put your
Devin's
personal life
personal
out
life,
there.
bro. I'm talking about boxing, bro.
Because
When you,
he's fake. You
all
know,
right,
blame me,
stop.
nigga.
I'll get back.
Cool.
I'll get back to that. Stormy, let's talk some boxing here.
Thank you.
Yo, good morning and happy Thanksgiving to everyone out here in the chat, everyone out here on the panel. You know, there is a contingent here where Drew made a very valid point a moment ago. And when he threw that question back in the lap of people questioning Devin, why does Devin have to do all the work? You guys remember that phrase that y'all were saying about Errol doing all the heavy lifting?
Yes, sir.
This is something that can be applicable to Devin because it goes without question that Devin is willing to fight all of his contemporaries.
Yes,
the
sir.
list that Devin put out, those men on that list aren't even interested in fighting each other on the list.
There you go.
So what Devin is pointing out is he's pulling the whole card of his contemporaries. And
There you
then
go.
you followers who are still questioning, why doesn't he do this? Why doesn't he do that? You are a part of the problem because he has already shown. The man stayed at a weight class maybe 4 years longer than he needed to because he was trying to make the fights for the people. And then when he was cheated to the core, you aligned yourself with the cheat.
With the enemy.
And
That's right.
still want to question whether he's good enough for this and good enough for that. I heard this young man say a little while ago on this show, I was listening. He says, well, why doesn't he fight Boots Ennis? Boots Ennis is not a 147-pound fighter anymore. He's already had his fight at 154. And if anything, why doesn't Boots get his ass on in there with Ortiz? Because that's where he is now. But Devin, who just moved up to 147 in this past weekend's fight, fought his first fight at 147, full-fledged, and won convincingly. And now you already want him to venture out and face someone else at a catch weight or another weight class because you don't like the fact that he's winning. I'm sorry, but this is what happens when you put in the work like what Devin does. You get better. You rise. You persevere. You press through. You thought that the Devin Ryan Garcia situation was going to be the end of him? No. You know why?
Because of business.
Because of that man in his corner and that raised him. That's why.
That's why.
And I'll tell you something. The ultimate lesson out of last week's fights with his victory over Brian Norman Jr. is that they, Junior and Senior, learn from that man,
That's right.
Mr. Bill Haney. He's been teaching lessons that so many of you out here have been failing to receive because you're too busy glazing for people who don't really give a damn about you, your take on the sport, or even the fact that there are legitimate people in the sport because they're all about trying to secure a bag.
Amen.
But I gave a speech about the bag a few nights ago when I talked about it on my Tuesday tussle. Bags are for carrying items. And a bag can have a hole in it. And so the things in the bag can fall out. Ask Tank Davis.
Hold on.
Has his bag busted?
No.
So when we say what we say, like what's being put out there in the atmosphere today in this show, please provide some equilibrium where people can think above being in the sewer. This man has made a list of people that he is interested in fighting from A to Z. Those people on the list have gone away from any consideration except for Norman Jr. to face him, and they're not even willing to face one another, as I stated. So what does that tell you?
I've been saying this all along.
It's a pool of sub-quality people out there, including this young man that Drew put in his meme up here, Rolly. Rolly has been sitting back in the cut, talking all kinds of crap and everything, but who has he gotten in the ring
He
with?
shouldn't even be there. That's my point. He shouldn't even be
Trying
there.
to fight contemporaries. He's not trying. In fact, when he beat
Drew,
Ryan,
question.
he was giving you all the impression that he might even not continue his boxing career, and that's not because he doesn't love
Rolly Romero.
Drew, is Rolly better than Brian Norman Jr.?
Where's all this disrespect coming from? I sat back and quiet and listened to every fucking lie. Where's the disrespect coming from? Can you answer that? You were just talking a moment ago. Where's the disrespect coming from?
To Rolly?
No, from you on the panel. I was just talking, and there was people trying to overtalk me. But I
Let
was
the brother speak. Let the
Oh,
brother
yeah,
speak.
we're letting you talk.
Let the brother speak.
Go ahead, Stormy.
This is what the problem is. I'm done.
Real quick, if you don't mind. Two things. Tailing off of Stormy, and when he was talking about Bill and Dale, it goes into a point I was making. And I'm going to make this point, and it's not necessarily tied directly in the ring, but it translates in the ring. And that's Dev and Bill, they do, to what I can see, they do their best to live in a righteous manner. The minister said your righteousness will sustain you in times of trouble. Okay? When the debacle happened with Ryan in the middle of the ring, Dev stood there and said, Allah is the best planner. And he gave Ryan his props and didn't cry about it. When the results came back, he came back like a man and stood there in front of him and said, I still want it back. Okay? And the last point, talking about who he should fight and what Norman should have did, this, that, and the third, that brief swell, that's an old Army term, that brief swell. Let me tell you an old adage that we got from the military, my 28 years of serving. You train as you fight and you fight as you train. You can't switch it on at night unless you're a supreme talent. And I don't see that brother's being at that supreme elite level yet. You know what I'm saying? With that right there, brothers, I'm gonna go to pause. Appreciate everybody for being on the panel. I'm getting ready to get up off here. Salute to everybody.
Salute.
Wait, let me say this real quick. I want to be fair to Rolly Romero. He did fight for a vacant WBA super belt that was left behind by John Boost Ennis, who couldn't make the weight anymore. So, I mean, it's not his fault.
won.
He was elevated to fight for that belt against Ryan Garcia, which was pitted to be a super fight in the Turkey Al-Sheikh Riyadh season card that had Devin Haney in it and Tio in it.
Right.
They're all fighting.
So
Right.
real quick, so he was elevated, right?
Yeah, to fight for the belt.
Wait,
Who did he fight for the belt?
Ryan Garcia. It was a vacant belt, and Ryan and Rolly were pitted against each other to fight for the WBA 147 strap.
Okay, so you take that win?
I mean, they were sanctioned to fight, so
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so you take that win. All right, fine. So so they fought for it. So it's not an email.
No.
Okay. How'd Tank get that WBA strap?
see, here we go.
No, because this is
Here we
all
go.
relevant, Mac. This is all relevant.
Okay, so how Tank got his WBA strap? He beat Gamboa for the Reggie belt. Right, he got the regular belt.
You know that Reggie belt don't mean anything.
Then what happened was Devin Haney left the division.
Uh-huh.
Then Gervonta was elevated
Elevated.
to
He
super.
didn't fight for it. It was given to him.
I mean, he fought for the belt, but he was elevated to.
But you see my problem though, right? My problem is I don't like anybody getting elevated to anything. That's my problem.
Yeah, but Drew, that's not their business though. Like,
What do you mean it's not the business? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I mean, boxing is boxing, bro. That's how it goes.
No, brother, you can't tell me boxing is boxing when you openly admitted that you're a casual.
Yeah,
You
but
really
I'm
ain't got
paying
much to
attention to
say.
the sport though. I'm
You really
paying
ain't got
attention.
much to say, Mag. Only thing you can say is you could defend Tank to the best of your abilities, and you could barely do that.
No, I'm not trying to defend.
You could barely
Tank.
do
I'm
that.
just
I
saying.
was just making a point. The
Yeah, I
man
know,
was given a WBA strap. He was given the WBA strap. He didn't fight for it. That's Devin's old belt. He never fought Devin for it. That's my only point. I don't like people getting elevated.
Devin gave it up, right?
Devin left the division.
Right. So that means Tank can't fight him.
But Tank should have fought him for the belt.
But
I'm
I'ma
not
be
going here
honest.
with you because Tank could have fought him for the belt. My
That's
point
true.
is,
That's true.
My point is, there was a franchise status at 35. Devin got ripped and called an email champion because Loma didn't fight him. Y'all spent more, and I'm not saying y'all on a panel. I'm saying people spent more time ripping Devin, who wanted to get to the work in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
They spent more time shitting on Devin than Loma vacating the belt. What I'm saying is this is an unfair advantage. All I see is the work. Devin is putting in the work.
Yeah, dude is. He is. And see, that's my thing. People take away Devin's, Devin's a great, bro. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I'm not trying to do that here. Only thing I'm trying to tell people is, like, Tank doesn't play, like, boxing, bro. He's not trying to collect bouts and all that shit. That's not who Tank is.
There you go. Stop right there, Mac. You just said it. You just said it. Now, early in the show, I said Devin is chasing legacy. He's belt collecting, getting his money at the same time, and building up his resume. But at the same time, everybody that he didn't fight, it was their fault, not his.
Okay, cool.
That's what I said.
People can't argue that. I can't argue that.
Then that's it. We can stop right there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue that. But see, the thing is though, when people still try to compare Tank and like Devin Haney, bro,
man,
you can't.
Tank said he wanted to be undisputed.
I don't know.
He did.
Okay. Cool. But then guess what? Floyd told Tank no. That's not what we doing.
Who told Tank no?
Floyd. I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious.
Mag, let me give you some advice.
He taught Tank to get the bag, man.
That's my
he
advice.
taught Tank to get the bag,
You gotta
bro.
stop making shit up. You gotta stop making shit up. Everything on Tank's side of things.
He taught Tank to get the bag,
bullshit.
Drew.
Everything is bullshit. Leonard Ellaby said Tank makes his own decisions. And then y'all was saying that Floyd makes his decisions. And all we're asking is which one is it? Because he has a whole bunch of contemporaries that he did not fight. I'm gonna ask you again, Mag. Look at the picture.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've seen this already, man.
Okay, so why did he could have fought anybody on this picture?
Okay.
The one person he did fight, he fought to a draw. We can't even get that goddamn rematch. As a matter of fact, Mag, I'm glad you're here. Why didn't you want Tank to fight Josh Taylor at 140?
Yeah, I like you said that on Champ's side, and I don't remember that, bro. I mean, probably I did, but I don't even know who Josh Taylor is, though.
I'll say this.
I don't even know who Josh Taylor is, though. So
Josh Taylor.
Whoa, hold on, Press.
Okay.
What do you mean you don't know who Josh Taylor is? You said you was very specific when you was on my panel last time, and you said you didn't like the Josh Taylor fight at 140 because he's rangy, he's a real welterweight. That's what you said.
Well, that don't sound like me because I don't follow people.
Brother,
you
absolutely said that.
That Tank and fight better be a.
Huh?
And then you on Champ's side talking about
yes,
Tank
and I still believe that. Hold up. I said if Tank had better be size, Tank will crush him, bro.
Well, he got 15 people size at 135. He didn't fight them, bro.
Well, but that's not the question here. That's not the question. You just asked me about.
Doing here. You see why this is crazy? Prez. Let me go to Prez. Am I making sense here?
I'm
Of
here.
course
I'm
they
hearing
going.
you.
Hey, that's you
And
are, bro.
the reason why I was going to talk about the Josh Taylor thing, well, what I'm going to say about the Josh Taylor one is, Tank after the fight with Mario Barrios said he wasn't comfortable with that weight,
Right.
140. He said he didn't like that weight. It was too big for him. That's why he went down.
That's why he fighting Jake Paul at 190.
But that okay?
Man, come on, bro.
Wait, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Man,
Right?
man,
We'll
it's an
get-
exhibition fight, yo.
Let
What are
me
you
tell
talking
the
about?
man something. This guy has made everything you said about him. He makes y'all look a certain kind of way.
I don't think he does.
Y'all with him when he says something and he contradicts himself and he leaves y'all out to dry.
Shit, I'm always with him.
This is bad. This is
It's
all
Shit,
bad.
No.
But wait, Drew,
No,
let me say
Drew,
this.
I'm
It's
always
about
with him.
skill. It's about skills, right? It's about the caliber
Skills
of
and
fighter.
thank you.
But wait,
Skills.
hold on. It's about the caliber of fighter. Josh Taylor is a way better skilled fighter that is very dangerous. Now, don't get me wrong. Weight does matter. Weight does matter. If Tank Davis is going to fight Jake Paul, then yeah, we're going to start questioning why didn't you fight all these other guys? Why didn't you fight Devin Haney? Why didn't you fight Regis Prograis at 140? Why didn't you fight Josh Taylor at 140? We're gonna question you because why are you fighting this big old dude who's a natural cruiserweight, right? So yeah, I already critiqued Tank on that. He shouldn't be doing stuff like that because you made the excuse. He's made the excuse that, hey, these guys are too big. I can't fight up here. Then he'll say nah, or then you talk on Twitter and say, wait, Sean Porter, I beat you up, and Sean Porter's 147, and Sean Porter was criticizing Tank for not fighting the bigger guy, and he was shitting on him on Twitter. So yeah, Tank is contradictory. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I already admitted that, but I go off what they say. I'm going off what he says. I'm like, okay, and he's been consistent with staying at 135. So maybe he really did mean that weight class was too big for him, right? That's why I go off.
Let me say this. I gotta speed this along.
I got you.
This. Let me read this super chat first, and I got a question. Brooklyn Born, my brother, he says apparently Tank is horrible at collecting belts in the bag since he fumbled $40 million beating on a girl.
Oh,
what is he good at? At this point, Dev is the A side. Yeah, I mean Tank, he killed himself.
Devin could never be the A side to Tank, ever.
Now, you're wrong on that. And I'm
Well, the people ain't gonna say that.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll tell you
Who'd
that.
you have
Boxing
winning?
ain't gonna
Who'd you have
say
winning?
that.
Tank or Jake Paul?
Bro, that's not a real fight.
But I asked you a question. Who did you have winning? You had Tank winning?
Yeah.
Who do you have winning? Jake Paul or AJ?
Come on, man.
I'm asking the question.
AJ.
You got AJ winning?
Yeah.
So AJ's better than Jake Paul? How?
Because he's a boxer.
Okay. What's Jake Paul's record?
I don't know.
He's like 11-1.
I don't follow no Jake Paul.
All right. Now, ain't nobody was talking about no A side, B side because there was $25 million on the table for each of those fighters for Tank to go to Saudi and fight Devin.
Oh, wait,
and
hold up, Drew.
Tank said no.
Hold up, Drew. Turkey said that's not true. Turkey said that's not true.
Bullshit. It's absolutely
No, he did say that's not true.
No. No. You don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, Turkey said he never even offered Tank
He said I
anything.
had 50 mil come to Saudi. Tank said, I'm not going there because Devin is his guy. I want 2 Ferraris. And then Turkey said I have 2 gloves.
Okay, but he didn't offer Tank no contract though.
Dude, why didn't he go down there and fight him? What are you talking about?
Mag, bro.
There was no
Mag, you should have
contract. He
said,
didn't agree to anything.
Mag, in your argument, you should have said, how come Turkey didn't send him 2 Ferraris though?
No, bro, Tank was just playing about that. Y'all see, that's what I'm saying.
No, he's not just playing. You know
listen,
why?
listen, bro.
About that,
Listen.
Hold on,
you should have said no in your argument. You should have said
hold
if
on.
Turkey is so rich, how come he didn't send him 2
Right,
Ferraris?
right. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hold on. Regardless of what it was, your man said no. And this is why I get annoyed with Tank fans. He said no. There was no contract because he didn't agree to anything. He said no. The boy don't want to fight.
Why you say no, Drew?
Because he doesn't want to go to Saudi and get his ass beat. That's why. That's the reality.
See. That's my
reality.
thing, Drew. That's my thing.
That's the
Drew.
reality. It's the reality.
Drew, that's an opinion.
It's not
That's
an opinion.
A fact.
It's a
That's
fact.
an opinion. That's why I don't
Fact.
understand.
You know how I know it's a fact?
No,
You know
it's
how I know
not.
a fact?
No, it's not.
Look at the screen. Let's look at the screen.
I don't care about that screen, Drew.
Of course you don't. Of course
This
you
is
don't.
Tank's business.
But the
That
screen
Tank.
is the reality.
Listen, Drew. This is Tank's.
You know what you do, Tank? You know what you do? You know what you do?
Drew.
Name everybody on the screen right now. Name it.
Who that
Mr.
right there? Who is that?
You got this big opinion.
Who is that?
Name the people on the screen.
Garcia.
Stop. I want him talking.
Garcia, Devin, Chanku, Shakur Cambosis. Chanku, man. Chanku, boy. Chanku, Loma Chanku. I call him Chanku.
Okay,
Chanku. The Dream, as y'all say, Black Jesus. Which is crazy to me. But anyway.
Black Jesus, undisputed champion at 135 on Tank Davis watch. But go ahead.
Black Jesus.
Yep. Praise him. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, more like Black Judas.
Yep. Praise him. Praise him. Praise him. Go ahead.
Shabril, whatever his name is. Martinez, whatever his name is. Shabril or something like that. I don't know his name. Shakur. Shahans. Gary. T.O. Josh Taylor. I think that's Josh. Yeah. Kim Bosis. Keyshawn the flip flop. Talk about Tank them crazy.
Well, fuck Tank up, but go ahead.
Dula. And I think that's about it, right?
Who's right there next to Abdullah?
That's the boy that still got the champ. That still got the belt today. I forget his name, but yeah.
Dude, okay, yeah, right. You forget his name.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
He still got a belt, though.
I left three guys off of here on purpose. Why didn't Tank approach any of these fights?
Because that's not in Tank's business plan.
His business plan.
So people can't say, "Oh, he's scared of them. He's scared of them." You can't say that. Y'all can't. Stop doing that.
Oh my God.
That's not in his business plan.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear it.
But Haney's business plan is Boots, Norman, Rolly.
Good.
I can keep on
Devin
going.
Haney right now has a Hall of Fame resume.
Drew, yes.
He got deeper pockets than Tank. I don't understand.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
No, I do know about that. I do know about that. Remember who I talked to. I do know about that.
So I don't know.
I do know about that. I do know about that.
Okay, yeah, because Turkey came to save niggas.
Hold on.
But hold up. Turkey came to save niggas. Now, Tank don't need that shit.
It's not the same because Tank spin, bro. Tank spin all his money on Chrome Hearts, bro.
I do know that.
Hold up, though, Drew.
Hold on. That was proven before even Turkey got into the business of boxing.
Nah, Turkey came
to
save niggas.
Yes, sir.
But who got the second best record made in?
Hold up,
yes,
man.
sir. You don't believe me? You know what you do? You know what you do?
Hold up, man.
Go to K-Ho page and ask him the same question. Go.
What's the question?
Who got deeper pockets? Since you want to talk about money and business, go to his page and ask him who got more bread.
Drew, I can't tell you that. Drew, I can't tell you that.
No, wait, hold on.
Because I don't pocket watch. I'm talking about.
Here. Go to a Tank-friendly page. You say you don't believe that. I'm telling you this is facts.
Okay, cool.
That's what I'm saying. Leave money and business alone. I'm talking about resume.
Okay, cool. And then I can argue Tank is.
No, you can't argue anything. You're a casual. You can't.
Bro, casuals got opinions too.
You got opinions, but your opinions got to be based off of facts. You don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Facts is this.
Nightmare.
The facts is this.
Nightmare. Main biker in that super chat. He says, "Mag, you're always with Tank. Your views on the hit and run." That's an honest question.
He messed up.
Nah,
that's my view.
It was her fault, right?
No, I don't know.
Remember when
hold
you
up,
said,
bro.
leave him alone, leave the black man alone, so he can make us 40 mil?
See, this is my thing. Y'all talking about Tank's personal life, bro. I don't care about his personal life.
I don't get it.
I'm talking about Tank.
I would never understand it. I would never understand it. You can't make me understand it. This is bullocks, like they say in the UK. This is bullocks.
Hey Drew,
Bro,
question
this
though.
is bullocks.
Hey Drew,
Listen, Tank has to fight
can you
these
take
guys,
accolades
man,
to the
at
bank?
135, bro. He
Hey
has
Drew,
to,
can you
bro.
take accolades to the bank?
Listen,
He
if
will.
he's still
He will.
fighting,
Yo,
he has
listen,
to
Tank
fight
can't
these
even take his
guys,
own money to the
man.
bank. He about to give it to the bitch he beat up.
I'm just asking, can you take?
Can I ask you why was Tank going to a strip club to beat up a bottle girl?
Because that's his business. That's his business outside of boxing.
That's his business. That's a business. That's
Facts.
business. That's business. Beating bitches up.
Come on, man. Y'all can't.
What do you mean? Come on, yo, bro. I didn't want
You
to do this.
can't judge a person.
I didn't want to do
Hold
this
up,
this
Drew,
morning. You
Drew.
came on here jumping to this kid's
Nah, Drew,
defense.
listen though, Drew.
Mag,
Listen though,
you
Drew.
were the reason why Tank is a fabulous fuck up. Guys like
Drew,
you.
wait a minute. Drew, hold up, man. This is my thing though, Drew. People can't judge people.
He just beat up another girl, man. What are you talking about?
Problem.
He
Like,
just beat up another girl. What are you talking about?
Okay, maybe Tank got a problem doing that.
What do you mean maybe? It's no maybe. He has a problem, brother.
Okay, now he gotta go fix that shit. But y'all can't sit here and down the kid's career because he got problems outside of boxing.
Is it costing him money?
Why do y'all do that?
How much money is it costing him to fix this?
I don't know, Drew. I don't. I can't tell you that.
But you know what I do see? You know what I do see, Mag? I see that list that Devin got. I know that he made $12 million over this weekend.
Shout out
I know
Dev.
he beat the shit out of Brian Norman Jr.
Yes,
I'm looking at the
shout out
resume. I
Dev.
see undisputed at 35. I see a champion at 140. I see a champion at 147.
And guess what, Drew?
That's what I see. I see that
and guess
resume.
what, Drew?
I see that bread. I see
And guess what,
legendary
Drew?
stuff here, and I see Tank going to fucking court and beating up another woman.
And guess what, Drew? Even through Devin's biggest accomplishments, y'all still talking Tank.
No,
now
you
that's
came up here
crazy.
talking about Tank. I wasn't.
Now that's crazy.
You came up here talking about him, and I'm talking. See, you're Mag. You're so fucked off. Everything that I set up the Tank up into a certain period was out of love. It was like, yo, come on, brother, get right.
I know that. I know that.
Can't get right. You told me,
but Drew,
guys like you told me, leave him alone, let him get his money. I left him alone, and what did he do? He beat up a bottle girl and blew the $40 million bag.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean, I can't say that he beat her up. I can't say that, but
for his.
I can't say that he beat her up, but he did blow his bag. But
you can't say that. They just said it was on video.
But I just mean what they said. There wasn't any punches thrown. There wasn't anybody had no type of scratch on him or nothing.
This dude? Are you still defending this dude?
I'm just talking
You're
truth
not helping
here.
him, bro.
See, that's
You're
what I'm
not helping him.
I'm not trying to help Tank, bro. Tank needs to do that on his own. I'm a fan of Tank. I'm not a fan of Javante. There's a difference.
Main biker in that super chat, he says Tank's personal life is attached to his boxing and biz. Exactly. His personal life has yes, it is, because his personal life is why he's not getting the $40 million from Jake Paul, brother.
Okay.
When are you gonna understand this?
Question: when Devin kicked his baby mom, right?
Did he?
I'm just
asking.
Was
he arrested? Was he arrested?
Hold up.
No. You brought up his personal shit, right? So let's talk about it. Was he arrested? Was he arrested, Mag? Yes or no?
I'm saying I guess not. But
no,
Tank
was he
wasn't
arrested?
neither.
Yes or no?
Tank wasn't neither.
No, Tank has a summons he has to answer. It's about to turn into a warrant. Now I'm
Civil
asking
case,
you about
brother.
Devin now because you want to talk about Devin. Was
Civil
Devin ever
case.
arrested? Was Devin ever arrested?
I guess not. No. But
you guess
Drew,
not.
that's not the point I'm trying to
the
make.
Answer's no. The answer's no. And guess what? Was he not suing the bitch that lied on him?
I guess he was. Yeah.
No. Stop saying I guess. It's yes or no, brother. Be a
Drew,
man
yes.
about it. Okay,
I guess,
so he
yes,
sued her.
but I
So
don't.
then what happened with that?
Drew,
Nothing,
that's
right?
not the point I'm trying
Yes,
to
it is
make.
the point.
No,
Because
it's
Devin
not.
handled his business. Once your name is all you have. What's related to Devin is only boxing and white media cutting him down and knuckle dragging niggas. What's related to Tank is him being in the trenches and doing dumb shit and actually going to jail.
Well, Drew, Tank and Devin are different people.
But
This is what y'all got to.
We know that.
Compute.
What exactly are you arguing here?
That you cannot compare.
Mag, can I ask you a question? Have I ever lied on Tank? Have I ever lied on him?
I mean, no. I'm saying no. Not
Okay,
that
so
I
what is the
say,
problem?
but I'm saying though.
What is the problem?
So the
What is
problem
the
is
problem?
people.
You think I want Tank in jail?
No, bro. No.
Okay,
no.
so what
I'm not
is the
saying that,
problem
Drew.
when I'm expressing my detest on? Am I on here talking about fuck this kid up?
No.
Y'all niggas with that shit. Y'all break the Devin Haney glass every time Tank fucks up when all
Yeah,
I
and I
wanted
don't
to
think
see
that's right.
was who was
I don't
better
think that's
between
right.
the two. That's all I
Yeah.
wanted to see.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not a Devin Haney hater, bro. I'm not. So it doesn't
No,
matter.
but
Like,
you talking to me now.
so
You
I'm
talking to
just
me.
saying.
I don't give a fuck about nothing else.
Okay.
I
So,
don't care about that.
all right, Drew. So if
So
Devin and Tank,
wait, hold on. I never lied on Tank. I never had to.
fact.
Every
So,
time he does something, it pops up in the news, and niggas get mad at me for talking about it. He had the bag secured with Jake Paul. Y'all said leave him alone. I said fine, I'll leave it alone. I didn't even like the fight. I was
Now, Drew.
concerned that Jake was going to go in there and go off script and hurt Tank. You heard me say that, and he can't even get that right.
Hey, Drew.
So how am I wrong for pointing this out?
Hey,
How?
Drew. Hey, Drew.
Answer the question.
So if Tank comes back to boxing, right?
You talking
Right?
about this what ifs? Fuck the what ifs. I'm concerned about now, brother.
Okay. So okay.
Now
So
he blew the bag, and he's once
he
again
blew
in
the
trouble
bag.
with another girl.
He blew the
Okay.
bag, right? Right.
He
But
blew the bag.
okay, but but it's obvious. Tank didn't
How
even.
am I wrong? No, Max, stay on
I'm
task.
trying to, but
How
you
am
acting
I
like BS
how am
now,
I
bro.
wrong for talking about it, bro?
Yo,
and I
yo.
wasn't even trying to do this morning. How am I wrong
And
for talking
BS
about
my
it?
man, but I'm just saying, like, he be cutting niggas off. But yo, so I'm just saying, bro, Drew, Tank and Devin are different characters, bro. You
What's your
can't
point?
compare Tank to Devin Haney's
You can't,
choices,
because
bro.
Devin's a better man.
People gotta cool. See, cool. But I'm not talking about I'm talking about the boxer, bro. This is boxing we talking about. We're not talking about
Right.
who got better you know what I mean, dads and moms and who,
Do
you
you
know what I mean,
understand that
and
Tank's
all that
outside
shit.
behavior has fucked off his boxing career?
Okay, well, that's on Tank though, but you can't take the things Tank did away. You
Dude,
cannot do
all
that.
you're left with is an opinion. You love Tank for whatever your reasons are.
What do you
and
mean?
you're walking around here saying that he beats Devin. All I ever said was, great, let's see it. And we never got to the ring because of Tank. It's him. He did that.
But how do you know that it ain't the suits though?
What are you talking about, dude?
How do you know that it ain't people that's above Tank though?
What? All right, let me read.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking,
Brandon
Drew, how
Tremont
do you know that?
He says Tank is a coward. He's moved as such. He's manufactured by Mayweather Promotions for
now
the
you
casual fan
manufactured.
base. That's 100% National Geographic facts.
No, it's
This
not.
dude is a marketing scheme. Mag, there was 4 belts moving around at 35. He was there the whole time. He didn't intervene and do anything. He didn't fight T.O. He didn't fight Devin. He didn't fight Shakur.
He's not belt chasing.
Exactly. He's dick chasing. That's what he's doing. Because he's dicking y'all. He got y'all fooled. He's not fooling me. I'm watching your work. Why is it that Teofimo Lopez has a better resume than Tank Davis? How is that possible? How did that happen?
Fight, but I don't care about the resume game, Drew. I just don't.
All right, now you just want to watch Tank shadow
Because
box.
it's bought and paid for, bro.
I get it.
No, that's just politics,
put up
bro.
a pay-per-view of him just shadow boxing, and you'll buy it.
Resumes are politics, bro. I'm sorry, they are.
It's not
They're
politics.
politics.
It's not politics.
I think it is.
Wait, Tank picks and chooses his opponents, right?
So does everybody else.
Answer the question. I'm not talking about everybody else. I'm talking about Tank. Tank picks and chooses his opponents, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, Tank picks and chooses opponents. He didn't fight anybody on his goddamn list.
Okay, can I tell you why?
He fought one dude.
Can I tell you why?
He fought one dude. Don't tell me why, because you don't know. You're a casual.
No, yes, I do know.
He fought one dude to a draw, and he refused to run it back.
Yo,
There
Drew,
you go.
Tank, the PBC
You're in
and
love
Tank,
with Tank, bro.
they're beefing, bro.
Bro,
They
listen,
can't pay the kid. They can't pay the kid.
Done here. Look, salute to everybody. Make sure you have a great Thanksgiving. And hey, yeah, Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.